Good morning. It is Patrick. Oh, what is going on here with my sound? Oh, there we go. Now we got it. Good morning. It is Patrick and the people. How are you doing today?
What's up, everybody? Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, man. First day with Laura on the show yesterday. How was your reflection of yesterday?
I'm just gonna have to get used to that whole waking up early thing.
Man, that is tough. That's the toughest part of the gig right there.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
I know you don't. How you doing, Bundy,
I'm
man?
doing good, man. Doing
Good, man. Did you have a good weekend?
I did. We went to Hot Springs, bet on some ponies just for a
How'd
couple
that go?
hours. Good. We won a little money, nothing too big, but
Did you?
enough to break even.
When you guys go to the track now, are you one of the people who actually look at numbers and try to look at statistics, or do you go with a name? How do you bet
One
on?
of the biggest things I look at is just the jockeys. They run hundreds of races a year, so it's a lot easier to keep up with jockey stats than a particular horse. So yeah, we've got our favorite jockeys, and Jamie loves just to pick out cute names, or if there's one with a name of like somebody we know, we'll always pick that one.
Yeah. Okay.
That's like deal or no deal.
Yeah.
They always pick the cases of I have 3 children. Its birthday's on the 20th. Number 20.
Right.
Yeah, that always works.
Yeah, when you don't really know horses, you're gonna go with the cute names if you're a girl.
Yeah.
Now,
So are all those jockeys? You said y'all have favorite jockeys.
Mm-hmm.
Are they all from Arkansas?
No, they're all mostly foreign, but they run the Arkansas circuit, racing circuit.
Oh, there's a circuit.
I guess
I didn't
kind
know
of like
that.
I really don't know how exactly that works, but I know these jockeys they'll be at Hot Springs every weekend. It'll be like the same crew of jockeys.
Okay.
A lot of them run multiple times a day. So you'll see him like, well, hell, I know he's already won 2 races today. He's just on his shit. So
Ricardo.
yeah, Ricardo Santana Jr. is one of our favorites.
Shut up.
Yeah, I swear
I just
to God.
pulled that out.
I swear to God, that's a pretty common jockey.
Yeah, that's
that
great.
is,
and I know they're really, really short, and they're really
They're petite, yeah.
lightweight. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
I'm not a real big equestrian.
Yeah.
See, Patrick, I used the word.
You did. That was a good one. That was a multiple syllable word too. That's very impressive on National Grammar Day.
Ooh,
Is that what it is?
It is National Grammar Day. Are you a grammar Nazi?
I'm not, dude. I'm horrible. I'm of the especially like online and stuff. It's like all words are made up. What are we doing anyway? Like it doesn't matter how you spell shit. Like just you get the point of what I'm saying.
Right.
It's not like put a Z where an A should have been or something like that.
No, I got you on that. Some people get pent up about it. What about you, Boo?
Man, I'm not. And the people that do get pinned up get on my nerves. It's there. THEYRE. Yep, we get it.
Right.
We're dissecting everybody's text.
Well, that's the
for
thing.
their
It's
post.
usually
Because I shorten, if it can be shortened, I shorten
Yeah,
it.
no, I'm with you. If I can drop an emoji versus a word, I might.
well, and usually the people that bring it up, it's when you're beating them in an argument at
Yes.
something
Yeah,
about something else.
normally that is
It's
correct,
like okay,
yeah.
that's the only point you got.
Yeah, no, that's the best you got is the autocorrect.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
salty.
Pick up the wrong there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. I didn't have the apostrophe U
Which, like,
R E. I mean,
I hate the word there. I spell it one way. No matter what I'm saying, it's THERE. That's how you spell it. I've never spelled it any other way. Yeah, I refuse to do that. Yeah, dude, my wife hates it. She's like, you look like an idiot. I'm like, whatever, dude. It's one word. Like,
it is pronounced the same.
Yes.
After all, I mean, contextually, you understand
yeah,
it.
you know what it is.
Look, man, if they can change the pronouns up on you, you ought to be able to spell things any way you want
exactly.
to. I think
Exactly.
that's fair.
Thank you.
All right.
I like this, Laura. I like this line of sight I got.
Yeah, I don't like not sitting beside each other and not being able to see. It drives me crazy.
I bet. I
So,
understand.
again, renovations.
Yeah.
Renovations.
Renovation.
Woman's touch.
Yeah, that's what we're on to. All right, let's get to some news you can use here. So you got a large storm system is going to bring blizzard conditions, possible tornadoes to different parts of the country today. So severe weather will be present in the south into the morning hours, could bring damaging winds and chance of tornadoes from Dallas to Oklahoma City. I don't think we have any of those warnings right now, do we?
No, I think just some cold and warm air, maybe some tornado risk like later in the evening.
Oh,
But
yeah.
looking at this
Oh,
radar
here's
right here, it looks like
full-ass
it's going
map
to.
over there.
Yeah, it looks
We're
like it's
gonna
going
get
to
that
go.
up on the wall for you, Bundy.
Hey, man, that's free right there. My
Be
radar.
our weather guy.
Yeah,
like, I want to see you point.
He's a
Look in
meteorologist
this
on the
lower
side.
region.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what any of the
So,
terms
so
are.
what is it looks like most of it's going to go over us.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to go over
Yeah.
us. But the iPhone weather app, it still shows we're going to get rain all day. But
Okay. Let's see. America's two biggest lottery games soaring. No grand prize winner in last night's Powerball. That pushed it up to 295 mil ahead of the next drawing tomorrow. Add to that, another chance to strike it rich with Mega Millions. Tonight's drawing, 215 million bucks. Cash option just shy of 101 million. Think about that, man. You win 215, you walk away with 101.
wow, I'll take it either way.
I mean, I'll take it. I mean, I'm not going to be mad that I got 101 million. I'm just like, man, you got to take that much of it?
right.
I mean, what
y'all,
a
y'all
bitch.
play the Powerball?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, she
And
might.
every now and then, I'm more of a scratch off girl.
That's what I'm talking about.
I save my change, where like people used to put it in those big old water. Like I save mine to go
That's your
get.
lotto ticket money?
Yeah.
So do you scratch each individual thing? You just scratch the barcode?
Do you want to know something? I'm so OCD about it.
Yeah.
I have to.
Do the whole thing.
That's why I like mowing the yard.
Yeah.
I have to do the whole thing
I hear
and
you.
start
Right,
from top to till every piece of gray's
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah. Really?
And then I won't even read it until it's all done. I know it's messed up. It's weird. It's
man.
quirky.
That is hilarious.
Special ed.
Yep.
Here's why you don't give a toddler an old and active cell phone. Police in Moore, Oklahoma got a call from a child who requested emergency donuts before telling the dispatcher to have a good day. The boy Bennett got lucky because cops visited his home to deliver donuts. The police department shared on social media old cell phones may be unable to use high-speed data networks to take pictures, but they can still call 911 in an emergency. So that's interesting.
Mr. Bennett.
Yeah.
'Cause he's all up in it.
He's probably all up in diabetes by the time he's 8.
Yeah, it sounded like one of your kids.
It does, doesn't it?
Something you would do.
Yeah, no,
like
it definitely
yesterday.
does. Wildfires in the Carolinas becoming a little more contained. Over 2,000 acres of land scorched in Horry County. The South Carolina Forestry Commission said containment was at 30% as of yesterday. A couple Blackhawks and a Chinook were used to dump water on the fires from the air on Monday. Full containment expected to take a few days, but evacuation orders have been lifted. Rain's on the way, so it ought to be all right.
Yeah.
Live action remake of Snow White, starring Rachel Zegler, whoever that is, hits theaters March 21st. Ahead of that, Mattel's dropping a Snow White doll and an Evil Queen doll. I don't know why I read that, and I'm sorry.
I was getting ready to say, oh my God, I cannot
My
wait. Why
apologies.
did you share this?
I have no idea, and my apologies for that. If you have goldfish, don't put it in a waterway or it'll just keep growing. That's the word from U.S. Fish and Wildlife. After researchers found a huge goldfish, they called it a megala goldfish. They reminded the public goldfish are invasive and ruin a natural habitat. The fish that was discovered was at least the size of 2 fists. But if you've ever been to Magic Springs, you ever been there and seen the fish they got in there?
Giant ones.
They have catfish that must weigh 200 pounds, and
Well, hell, I mean, they eat all the time. You know, those little machines that you
people
can,
just throwing it out.
like, I think it's rabbit food or something they throw to them.
It almost seems wrong to be able to feed them at any time you want, like you kill them. I don't know, maybe it won't.
Just
but
gorge them.
when I was a kid, if you fed your goldfish too much, it would die.
Right. Yeah.
So I guess maybe they don't. I don't know.
When I thought nobody would care about Snow White, little doggy, Mike's already on. He says good morning, by the way, and he said he thought it was already canceled.
Maybe it is. I don't know.
I don't know why they would be canceled. You're going to have to let us know why, Mike.
Who knows? You know.
The dwarfs, obviously. I mean, that was my first
wait,
guess.
the little people.
Right.
The
No,
little.
So it's the
dwarves
seven
aren't,
little
dwarves
people?
aren't little people. Dwarves are bigger than little people.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you being for real?
I am. Yeah. As they used to say, midget is smaller than a dwarf.
Right.
So a dwarf can be up to 4'8" or 9", maybe.
Okay.
Where a midget can only be, or a little person can only be so high.
Well,
I don't
you're not
remember
sure
what
what
that
height
high
that
is. You'd have to look. I don't know the cutoff on that.
My wife's 4'11". What's she?
She's just a small lady.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
a
short of
small
getting a
lady.
check.
Not,
is
not
what she
quite a
is.
dwarf, yeah. You had mentioned this yesterday. Here's a little bit more news about it. Casey Anthony is stepping into a new role as legal advocate. Took to TikTok to share her mission after being in the legal spotlight, it says, during her 2011 trial. Well, yeah, she was in the legal spotlight. Her daughter disappeared and was murdered.
Yeah, meanwhile, she still got chloroform still under her nails.
Right? Still hadn't cleaned it out. She said her passion grew stronger after witnessing people she knows being targeted and attacked. She also highlighted the importance of privacy, saying she's standing in the light and embracing peace. Of course, she was charged in the murder of her daughter, whose remains were found months after she was reported missing, and everybody kind of knew about
And
that.
similar to OJ, she was acquitted.
Yeah.
She's in that club.
No, she's definitely.
Yeah, the acquitted club. Do they get jackets?
They
They
do.
need to get something.
They get a purple jacket, yeah. President Trump ordered a suspension of all U.S. military aid to Ukraine yesterday following the contentious meeting with Zelensky Friday. Affects not only future aid, but military equipment in transit, shipments in Poland awaiting delivery to Ukraine. Critics argue halting assistance could undermine their defense. A White House official said he's focused on peace and we need our partners to be committed to that goal as well. We're pausing and reviewing our aid to ensure it's contributing to a solution. Busy day for him, actually. He affirmed yesterday tariffs went into effect. He'll address a joint session of Congress tonight. Democratic response to Trump's address will be given by Senator Slotkin. The stock market dropped a little bit yesterday on tariffs starting. We'll see what happens there. I saw that Honda already committed to moving. They were going to open a plant to make Civics in Mexico. Now they're going to open it in Indiana.
Nice.
Just to avoid tariffs. So
Right.
that's a positive.
Give it up for the Honda Civic going strong. Here.
It's still going strong, man. That car's unbeatable.
Billy, should we rebrand it? No.
Right,
No.
right. Keep it the same.
No, I'll leave it the same. Pope Francis has been hospitalized since Valentine's Day due to double pneumonia, and despite some improvements, his condition worsened yesterday. He had 2 episodes of acute respiratory failure, followed by significant mucus accumulation leading to bronchospasms. Wow, that's a lot to say.
Basically, let me tell you what happened. You know what happens like when you get super hammered and you pass out and you're on your back?
Yeah.
You start to throw up and then you passed out and
Yeah.
so you can die.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
what's
much what
going
he
on.
did, except for, I don't know if he was drunk.
Might have been.
Right.
Little too much
little too
communion.
much sauce in the stomach.
Little communion activity.
little too much eating that tummy.
Today, with bad weather pushing through the South, there have been changes to Mardi Gras parade schedules in Louisiana. All parades scheduled for today in Jefferson Parish have been canceled. Both the Zulu and Rex parades are rolling earlier than usual. Zulu was rescheduled to start at 7:30 this morning. Rex had to roll out at 10, but both Zulu and Rex, 2 of the biggest Mardi Gras parades, will also follow modified routes. Forecasts predict winds about as high as 60 miles an hour across Louisiana. Linda McMahon, co-founder of WWE, confirmed as U.S. Secretary of Education following a Senate vote of 51.
It still blows my
I
mind.
know, it's hilarious.
It is kind of funny in a way. She brings limited direct experience in educational leadership to her new role, but I don't think her job is to lead the Department of Education. I think it's to shut it down, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what she'll do.
Yeah, that's what they said. They've already announced mass layoffs or whatever you want to call
Right.
it, firings, what have you. So they're going
So
to.
who's going to teach the children?
Well, the Department of Education is the federal part of it. The state actually determines it.
Right.
But the Department of Education's
Oh,
been
now
around.
we're really.
The Department of Education's been around a long time, and I mean, if you're happy with education today, then be happy with that. If you're not, then that's why they're getting rid of it, because it's not working.
No, it hasn't been.
No, the standardized test, all those different things that they've implemented over the years just have not been effective, and we've seen our numbers just dramatically decline. So, yeah, I say let the states get it back, have their shot at it, let them do their thing, and
They're shot hell. I
the
mean, they
federal
just hadn't
government
had
out.
rule, but they still been here doing it.
Well, I'm just saying,
And they still dumb as hell.
well, I'm saying that the states had to follow the federal guidelines and rules.
Man, there was a movie, a documentary. I'm a huge documentary person.
It's really
That
making a lot of noise.
John, what's making a lot of noise?
Well, when that bumps that wire, you can just hear it. Listen. You hear that? That's what's happening.
Was that bothering y'all?
It's bothering me.
Anyways, there was one. I'm looking it up right now because John Legend, believe it or not, helped write it. But if you watch it, it's crazy. You guys keep talking. I'm gonna
Okay.
find it because
All right, you find it.
no, when I tell you, it just tells you how much of a shamble our school systems are.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think a lot of, like, my kid's been out of school for a few years now.
Right.
You don't have any babies in school or
Right,
at all.
right.
So if you don't know, you don't know. But
Right.
we dumb as shit.
Dude, I feel like, and you hear, I know probably 5 or 6 of my friends that are homeschooling their kids, and you seem
Oh,
like
yeah.
that's the more popular. I remember
see a
back
lot
in
of
the day, if
people-
you were a homeschooler, you're like,
You were a
"Oh, man,
weirdo."
Those people are weird, yeah.
Yeah.
But now I feel like if I did have kids and could afford it, that's probably definitely what I would do.
We've talked about that. I think we told our boys about 3 years ago, listen, don't even think about
Yep.
what's
Yeah.
going to happen with your kids when school comes because they're going to be homeschooled with
Yeah,
us.
hell yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to teach them. I'm going to
Right.
put them in front of a screen.
I was about to say that.
I'm
we
going
got so
to do
much.
what the good Lord intended.
We're going to let Elmo do it. James Denny, head of FBI's New York office, has been forced to retire after 23 years with the agency. He was told to submit retirement immediately. Said he wasn't given a reason. Well, I don't know. Maybe because it's insane over there. Has been for a little while. But he said he was disappointed to leave so soon, praised his colleagues for dedication to truth and justice. His departure comes as the FBI faces big changes under the new administration. Several horses escaped from their stables at Arlington, Virginia at the Basemeyer Henderson Hall, leading to multiple injuries. One person seriously hurt and taken to a hospital. I guess if the horses are running away and they run over you, that will hurt.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that will definitely hurt.
Hey, before we get too far away from it, Waiting for Superman is what
Waiting-
it's called.
Oh, yeah, that was a good
Waiting
movie.
for Superman. It's on YouTube,
Yeah.
Amazon,
It's
Apple.
a great documentary.
Man, it's so good. But when you get done with it, you will.
Like I'm homeschooling
It's
my
like
kids.
it's sad.
yeah.
It's pretty
You say John Legend?
Well, he was a producer
I
in
got
it,
you,
like
I got you.
maybe an executive producer. And this was a while back too, so I'm sure we've gone to shit more.
Yeah.
No, we definitely have. I mean,
Yeah.
the statistic this year was 70% of those who graduate cannot read or write at appropriate grade level. And our math numbers have plummeted. The recent closure of the last video rental store in Pocatello, Idaho, it's called Video Stop, could have been a heartbreaking loss for Christina Cavanaugh, a longtime customer with Down syndrome. For over 15 years, renting movie has been part of her routine. Her mom worried about how she'd cope with the change. Understanding the significance of this, the owner decided to keep a small section of movies available just for her. So instead of letting the store disappear completely, he repurposed a corner of his convenience store into a mini rental section, and that way that she can continue to come in and be able to get
Yeah, that's
movies.
cool.
That's pretty dope.
It is.
I did see something weird yesterday. I showed Laura, and it really, it hurt my brain.
I almost said it, but then I was just like, eh.
It hurt my brain a little bit. Okay, so I'm on Facebook scrolling through stuff, and I see this ad pop up, and it caught my attention. First of all, because there were giant breasts.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the eye catcher. But the second thing it said,
I'm with you.
just because I have,
I'm there.
yeah,
I'm following you.
just because I have Down syndrome doesn't mean I'm not sexy.
Oh man.
And then I realized it was a Down syndrome chick with giant boobs
Wow.
being sexy, and I was like,
So he
Well,
said,
that's
I don't
new.
need to be the only one to see this. Hey, Laura, check
yeah, I
this
said, Laura,
out.
look, this is odd. I hadn't seen that before.
But you know what I say to each their own.
No, I think
mean,
it's
good
great.
for
I
her.
just hadn't seen that before. It was new to me.
But see, if you would
I'm not
educate
supposed to
yourself
look
and watch Love on the Spectrum instead of refusing it, then you would get it.
No, I don't want to get it. The Offspring unveiled their Supercharged Worldwide in 25 tour, set to kick off March 5th in Brazil. Not going to be small. The band inviting a lot of people to join them. Rise Against, Sublime, The Dam, The Warning, Jimmy Eat World, and a lot more. You can go over to their website to get locations for that. James Harrison, affectionately known as the man with the golden arm, was an Australian whose blood donation saved 2.4 million babies. After a major surgery at 14, doctors discovered his blood contained a rare antibody that could treat rhesus disease, a form of anemia in unborn babies. He's donated plasma over 1,000 times over 60 years.
Wow.
That is wild. He passed away at the age of 88. So that blood no longer there.
We need another magic arm.
Yeah, right?
Do you know your blood type?
Yeah. I'm O positive.
Oh,
How about you?
I have no clue.
I have no idea.
Okay.
No idea.
D.
D.
I don't know that.
A
It's
ranch.
2%.
I don't know that or my horoscope. People get so mad at me, like, "What's your horoscope?" I'm like, "February." I don't.
I do. I
don't
do
know.
know mine, but I always say I'll tell anybody. I'm like, but I don't know what the shit means. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
right.
know. 'Cause some people be like, "Oh my God, it's
Yeah,
Pisces season."
yeah.
So, I don't want to. It's Capricorns. They're
Right,
Capricorns
right.
are.
What is it? The moon, the Capricorn moon or whatever.
Yeah,
They just start
yeah.
talking about the crazy moons and stars.
Phases.
It's like Lucky Charms. Unless something completely shocking and unexpected happens tonight, LeBron James will add another milestone to his career.
50K.
Yeah, he's already the NBA's all-time scoring leader at 41,837. In the postseason, he's racked up another 81.62. Add those together, you get 49,999 career points. So one more, and he'll have 50,000 points. That's more than 5,000 points above Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, LA's looking unstoppable. I think they'll take it tonight.
Oh,
easy.
yeah. I tell you what, I had concerns with the trade because I thought Anthony Davis was the only person that could play defense on
Right.
LA.
You thought they was going to collapse after
and,
that.
And Luka's not known for playing defense. But
Right.
surprisingly, they've been decent at it. But moreover, you just can't stop them scoring.
Yeah, that's really what it is. I think their offense is outweighing any pitfalls on the defense.
Who has been just a real surprise in a good way is the Arkansan.
Austin Reeves. Yeah.
They are. Yeah.
For sure, dude. Him and LeBron's got good chemistry too.
Well, I mean, the dude's scoring like 20-something points a
Yeah,
night. I mean,
yeah.
he's killing it.
I mean, he looks like he could be
you
18.
could stand next to him in the grocery store, you wouldn't even think twice about it.
Yeah. He just looks like a regular kid.
No, but he's great. And so now you have him, Luka, and LeBron. That's like a big three, basically,
for sure.
now. Yeah, so they're tough to beat. All right, one Major League Soccer franchise felt the need to issue public apology for something out of their control. Sunday, the Houston Dynamo welcomed Inter Miami. Ended up beating the home team 4-1, did it without the services of Lionel Messi. He sat out in preparation for the Champions League match with Argentina. Apparently, Houston fans were pissed off, so they came to apologize. I don't know why they're apologizing. Look, they sat him because they want to. It's their team.
Right.
Who gives a shit? It's on them, man, whatever they want to do. Just 6.5 weeks, the regular season will be over for the NHL and the NBA as the final drive for playoff gets into full swing. Here's how it's looking for hockey. Oilers are favored to win it all, followed by Panthers, Stars, and Hurricanes, Winnipeg Jets. In the NBA, somehow we've got Oklahoma City to win it all. They are great. They are a good team. That's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Boston Celtics, Cavaliers. Cavaliers surprisingly look great, but I guess it would be amazing if they did. They've been choke artists through the years, so I would expect them to choke at some point.
Yeah. I can't believe they don't have the Lakers higher on that list, the run they've been on.
No, they got L.A. and Golden State tied. I think L.A. can edge Golden State
Which
right
Steph, God dang, he just put up the 50 points the other night. I read that. I had to rewind it. I was like, no way. That just came across the ticker.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God,
No,
dude. That's just insane.
We were just talking about that yesterday because Tyler was he went to shoot some ball around and he was like, I was just shooting straight from the NBA 3-point line.
Yeah.
And he goes,
Trying to get a feel.
yeah, he said it's crazy that those guys can, if you watch Steph Curry throw it up how fast and he just turns around and runs, it's like, man, it takes real work to launch a ball that far.
for sure.
And accurately is even more.
Oh, you need to watch Melo clips and LaMelo. Just when he throws those threes.
Yeah.
Do you ever watch him?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh! It
he's-
looks like he's just like in a swimming pool playing with his friends.
Right.
He's pretty good.
There's no like beauty in it, like the stop, pull up. You know what I mean? Like he looks like he's just
Balling.
Yeah. No, he's a great player. He's a great player.
He's fun to watch. Fun to watch.
He's a very exciting player.
Y'all might have talked about it on the show. Did you see the dad, the ball?
Oh, his dad.
Oh, that he lost a foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foot. I saw that come across Instagram the other day.
Yeah, I don't know. Was it the gout or diabetes? What was it?
I don't know.
Usually, a lot of times it's gout or diabetes that cause
I
that.
forget what it was, but yeah, he that sucks for their family.
Well,
I guess for him.
yeah. He seems to be in
I'm
still
sure
great
he'll hop
spirits.
back on top of things and
Hop on pop. Yeah.
Never lost.
The NFL will use technology for virtual line to gain measurements next season. Officials will continue to spot the ball, but the goal is for it to come online in 2025. The chain gang will remain strictly as a backup. The league tested Sony's Hawkeye tracking services in 2024 preseason and during the regular season. The optimal tracking system notifies officials instantly if a first down was reached. So you wouldn't even need the chain gang anymore. They're keeping them around just to make sure this is fine.
Right. Now, I feel like that's the way you got to do it. If you're gonna, do stuff digitally and have the more replays or official challenges, then you got to do it all the way. I've always thought the chain gang is such like a utilitarian or primitive way to measure
It does
the ball.
seem like
and they screw it up.
They
all
do
the time.
screw it up all the time. So I would be glad to have technology in on it. New Jersey Devils star Jack Hughes suffered a bruised shoulder injury in Sunday night's game against the Knights. The Devils were looking to get at least one goal back from the Knights late in the third period. Nico Hischier took a shot, and Hughes couldn't corral the rebound. Hughes then collided with Golden Knight star Jack Eichel and crashed into the boards hard.
What did it do?
Nothing, baby. You just keep moving your mic around. I'm sorry. It's just real noisy in my ear. Hughes skated off the ice. His right arm appeared to dangle. Obviously, it didn't look good. Devils head coach Sheldon Keefe said after the game, we're going to have to take the time to know the full extent of it. So they'll, I guess, keep you apprised on that injury. So have you been watching a lot of sports otherwise?
Yeah. Basketball, and I heard y'all talk about it yesterday. I was looking forward to the off-season football, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen with all the quarterbacks on strike.
No, the UFC.
Are you USFL?
Yeah.
USFL?
Whatever it is now. Yeah. Not UFC.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That every one of them.
Every single quarterback.
So they make $55,000 a year, which it doesn't sound like a lot. But
at
again,
the same time,
you're playing a sport for fun, and
well, and you would think the value of being on that team or in the organization would be, the sponsorship deals or the, influencer deals
you ought to
would
be able
get
to
out
make
of
some
it. Yeah,
additional
for
money
sure.
and leverage it up.
sure.
Yeah, endorsements and whatnot. I agree with you. You should turn that into six figures,
Right.
pretty easily.
Yeah, I read an interesting suggestion the other day. It said at the end of the season, the worst NFL team should play the best USFL team, and the winner gets to go back to the league.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah. You have to swap out if you don't make
I
it.
like that, dude. It just make it more interesting.
I'm not sure that that an NFL team is going to go for it, but I do like the idea.
just the
That's
concept.
hilarious. Sorry, we'll see you later. Sorry, San Diego, you're out.
Yeah, it'd be San Diego or the Jets.
The Jets would probably be out. Yeah, the
they'd
Jets
be
could
a
be
USFL
there.
team in no time.
Yeah, the Bengals might. They've been kind of mid lately, but do you watch any other sports typically?
Man, I watch a little bit of everything, honestly. And I gamble a lot, so I'll watch stuff out of that.
Let's pause here to go into that a second. You say I gamble a lot, so you use like sports betting app.
Yeah,
problem,
that's
man.
not a problem.
No,
I use a couple. Bet Saracen is shout out them. That's probably the main.
that's
one
the
I
app you
use.
use. Yeah.
Which whenever online betting first came into the state, they were real weird and fickle about which ones you could use and which ones you couldn't. And now I think you can use just about everything.
Yeah.
Draft.
So what do you tend to bet on the most? NBA, NFL, what?
Yeah, NBA right now just because there's so many games on every
Yeah.
night. You know, I'm always trying to line up.
If you only had one sport you could, what would it be?
Probably football, just because I'm the most knowledgeable about
You feel
the
most
NFL.
confident.
Yeah.
Now, do you pick that differently than you do horses?
Yeah, for sure, Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like I said, I'll keep up with the jockeys and the horses, but other than that, I don't know a whole lot. You know, I've
Yeah.
been watching football since you have so much nuance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Watching football, you know, your whole life, you have a lot of context on the sport and the game and the history of it, and that helps. You know.
Do you ever bet on prop bets?
Yeah. They for a long time in Arkansas, they would not offer any prop betting.
Right.
Even after legal online betting came in, they were still like, nope. You know, that's ruins the sanctity of gambling. You know, prop
Right.
bets. But yeah, the Super Bowl, always like to bet on coin toss or UFC events. It's always fun to bet on like the songs they'll come out to, color shirt or they're wearing, or like what they'll say after the match.
That's great. You know, it's amazing some of the things you can.
Yeah,
Right on.
I love it.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
That it does make it a little bit fun, a
Right.
little bit interesting, you know, to do that.
And that's the fun part is you can get real technical about it and take in a lot of stats, but that's what I love about the props. Like it's just, you know, by chance, goofy
Yeah.
stuff to bet on.
Yeah,
So,
no,
but-
absolutely. All right, listen, at Botanical Alchemy Nutraceuticals, it's a veteran-owned company, and they tailor CBD sublingual recipes to your specific needs. It doesn't matter if it's, you know, pain relief, if it's anxiety, if it's stress, if it's weight loss. They've got custom blends that are crafted to help you be your best. So when you order from them, they ship it, and then you give them feedback, and they tweak it to adjust it to make it fit exactly what you want. So if you're, you know, if it's, for example, weight loss, and you're like, I'd like to get a little more energy, you know, a little more appetite control, then they'll bump that up slightly for you till they get it exactly right. And it ships right to you. The great thing about it is it's not like convenience store CBD.
Right.
This is the professional stuff, and
deal.
it's sublingual, so you get 80% absorption instead of 20% like you would from a typical store product. Now, I can save you even more if you go over to bantx.com. It's bantx.com, and put in the promo code PATP25. You're going to get
nice.
25% off your first order.
Hell
So that is a great value for you there. Okay, so I don't know if anybody's been, you know, even paying attention to what's going on, or, you know, what time it is of the year. I know we've all been kind of occupied with the election and, you know, everything going on. But as if getting a good night's sleep isn't already a struggle, daylight savings kicks in this weekend.
Oh, is it really?
That's right, 2 a.m. Sunday. We'll spring forward and lose an hour. That'll last till November. Hour doesn't seem like a lot. It can impact some people more dramatically than others. It can affect when you feel hungry, how tired you feel, concentration levels. So, you know, here are the recommendations of how to get through it if you're one of the people that struggle.
Try heroin.
Yeah.
Try crack.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Fentanyl will do it. Make sure to get morning light. The bright morning light helps boost cortisol production, signaling that it's time to rise and shine, boosting alertness. Adjust your sleep schedule, and then maintain your bedtime stuff. Are you bothered by, does it bother you when the time changes?
Man, I'm an oddball. I actually hope they don't get rid of it. I like the
too.
switch up.
You like the change up, or you want to stay where we're at here?
No, I like the change
like
up
going
twice a year.
Really?
I think I like the shorter days in wintertime. I know everybody hates short days, but it's like it's cold outside. I don't want to be outside, you know. And the only thing I would change, let's quit doing it on the weekends. Let's do this on a Wednesday, like
Yeah,
middle of the
really
Well,
workday.
that would
things
really
up.
suck though on the time when you lose an hour.
Yeah.
It's like that'd be you'd lose
Right.
an hour in a work. Oh no. I guess I misheard you because I was agreeing with you at first, but
Well, no, that would
I
work because
totally
if
don't
you
agree.
well, you would get paid when you sprung forward
Are you trying to double dip on your hours? What you're trying to do? You're like, yeah, somehow I'm going to get a double dip out of this deal. Yeah.
And now they're not going to tax overtime. So.
Right. So they carry the one. No, you can't do that anymore. I'm not allowed to carry the one. No, it doesn't bother me so much. I do like the longer days.
Yeah.
I don't like it getting dark earlier. It drives me a little crazy. Especially if you work a regular job.
Right.
Where you get up and everything's dark and you're just like, God, my day is done. Yeah, but I understand. Everybody's a little bit different. Some people do struggle with it. All right, let's see what else we got here. All right, now let's get into some good stuff here. What do you consider cheating? If you are a committed monogamous relationship person, there are some things that definitely are off limits, like finding your partner in bed with somebody else. But people have
If you find them in the closet.
could be a problem.
Safe space.
Safe space. Yeah, right. Different people have different ideas about what crosses the line. So a new survey reveals how Americans define cheating and what their bedroom boundaries are. So according to a poll of 2,000 sexually active adults, for 60%, chatting with an ex counts as cheating. Chatting with an ex, 60%.
I mean, that's conditional. I mean, it's
Yeah,
a
for
different
sure.
relationships. My ex would stay the night with us when we
Yeah, that's true.
when he come into town.
Yeah, that's
We
true.
come from a super small town, Bologna, so it's like.
So everybody dated everybody.
Everybody dated.
Everybody's talking to each other. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah, it's a different time too.
All right. 51% say harmless flirting is still cheating.
Nah.
no, I don't.
Okay. Nearly a quarter say watching porn is off limits.
I don't get, anything in excess is bad. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
But and maybe it's because I haven't been personally victimized by this. but it is funny because I do see so many women like on TikTok or things like that where that is a problem. And I'm like, unless you have
Really?
somebody that just stays in the bedroom all day,
Right.
just getting it, never. It'd be no different than them playing Nintendo to me.
Right.
But just the fact that it's like you're never gonna. This is where Patrick and I do. If it's a person you're almost never gonna meet,
Right.
then to me,
Yeah, I mean, as long as you
Tell-
ain't
tell me
like,
what you
lying
think.
about it, you know what I mean? As long
Yeah.
as you're not
It's
like,
in our
and you've been,
neighbor.
like every other day, I feel like you're going away for an hour, and as long as there's no like secretive stuff like
Well,
that.
no,
you know what
I
mean?
guess
Like,
my question would be if you've got a problem with I'm going to assume it's your man, not your woman.
I know. I was all automatically looking at it from that perspective. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
we already know.
I assume it's your man that you're talking about. I would have to say, how much time is he spending?
Yeah,
That's
right.
the question.
Yeah, because, I mean, if it's 5 minutes a day, then who gives a shit?
Right.
Now, if the dude's camping out, yeah.
Okay, so I have a great story. I'm not going to mention any names because I don't want to embarrass anybody.
Okay.
But we have, you'll know this. We have a friend of ours that this has probably been like 5-6 years ago or so. Her husband, they would drink, like kick it on the weekend or whatever. And then when they would go home and she went to bed, he would watch porn, but on their cable TV, like he would be
He
buying,
was still pay-per-viewing the
but
porn.
doing the
Oh, yeah.
pay-per-view.
Jesus.
But he's not like he doesn't have any social
He's not
media. He's not
technically
a
savvy.
Oh, right.
Yes.
I got you.
So she would get so mad, and I mean, she would tell us like, "I got the cable bill this month. You know how much it was, and do you know how much money he spent on porn?" She's like, "I'm not even mad about his porn, but it's free. It's free on your phone." And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, no.
"Oh my God, there's still dudes out there paying
Right.
for porn."
That's-
HBO.
Yeah, that's crazy. If you're renting porn,
That's wild.
that is wild
Yeah.
to me. I don't even understand the people who pay at all.
Yeah.
And I think if you pay for any of it, you
Right.
maybe you're one of the ones that need to check. Because I'm like, you might be the reason they make full-length
Yeah,
movies. I
exactly.
don't know why full-length movies were ever made. I'm like, I need about a minute, and I'm good. Thanks for the scene,
It doesn't have to be real dense in the plot.
No, I don't need any of that.
You're not going to see the end anyways.
No, never. All right, what else here? More than half do believe porn should be banned after a relationship gets serious. So what is allowed? The majority agree that reading erotica is okay. Using sex toys is okay.
Reading erotica.
Yeah, yeah.
Your book's in the
Word
clear.
porn. Oh yeah, my book's safe.
Yeah.
But the potential for dishonesty can get partners into trouble. More than a third would call their partner out for hiding their phone password. Many are on high alert when it comes to past, half saying they'd confront them for having photos with an ex on their phone or social media. Yeah, no, I kind of understand that. I mean, if you've got pictures of your ex on your phone or social media, maybe, that does that seem?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's all just situational.
I guess it's situational,
Right.
yeah.
It's
That's true. It is. It really does depend on the couple.
because I have seen some people that they break up, and if you look at their photos, that person will still be there. It's not
Right.
but then you have the ones that'll do a full-on cleanup. You won't even
Yeah,
know
yeah.
the person exists.
No, that's how I like it to be. I want them. They never existed. They're gone. Yeah.
Hey, so hold on. I just want to say, some people have joined us. Sean Skelton,
Hey,
Darren
Sean.
Riggin, Miss Latasha.
Yeah. Did you read Little Doggy's last comment there?
Yeah, I read it. It says that's because 80% of women are psycho, and 95% of Little Doggy is a troll. I love you, Mike.
Let's see. Being friends with an ex is fine with a third of those surveyed, but they admit they'd keep a close eye on the situation.
That was one of the things when Patrick and I first started dating is I don't have many exes that were not friends.
Right.
Like, it not like serious friendship. It's
Right,
not like
right.
we talk and text. But like they might
It was
still
good
be
terms, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I just didn't end with people hating each other.
No.
I just was one of those people that was like,
I think.
could this work? If not, I'd rather just, like, I'm like
Yeah,
a
we're
guy's
cool.
guy. Like,
Yeah.
I'd rather have fun than end it with breaking your windows.
Yeah.
And,
I would be willing to bet 90% of the time, people probably can have a decent ending to a relationship if kids aren't involved. I think kids make it much more challenging.
and drugs. Drugs also will do it.
They could do it. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Gambling.
If
You're
one of
giving your life away.
if your partner quit using drugs, it might be a problem. Hey, I thought we were fentanyl buddies. Let's see.
We
People.
shared needles.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Well, that was the line crosser.
No, it's funny. 77% say they're satisfied with their sex lives. 30% always feel satisfied. Texting an ex isn't a big deal, but if you're keeping it a secret, then it becomes a big deal.
Well, what
yeah.
are you texting him for?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, why are you
That's
Contextual,
the
yeah.
bigger question.
Right.
Yeah. So let me ask this, Bundy. How do you have any problem if Jamie, looks at porn?
No, not at all.
Not at all. I mean, maybe you should be considerate of Jamie right now in this moment.
No.
No, I'm sure she doesn't. But I'm just saying, you wouldn't have a problem.
No, not at all.
No, I wouldn't
Not
either.
at all. Yeah.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
But a lot of people probably
Jamie,
would.
girl, I'm gonna send you some stuff.
Yeah, Laura's got a catalog.
Yeah.
For you.
I'm kidding.
That's hilarious, man.
Hey, Latasha says she hates it when people stay together for the kids.
Oh no, that's the worst lie that's ever been told. We're just staying together. No, you're not. No, you're not, because what you're doing is teaching your kids what a false sense of a good relationship may be.
Right.
Now that doesn't mean. Look, sometimes relationships have peaks and valleys. I assume most all of them do, and so it's not an excuse to bail on someone just because it gets tough for a minute. But I'm saying if all the feelings, if you don't care anymore, then you're not teaching your kids a good lesson.
Right. No, not at all.
Because they're not going to most people have one predominant influence on what their adult relationships are going to be like, and that's their parents.
Yeah.
And so whatever you show them is what they learn.
Yeah, and I'm
Like I teach my boys, love them and leave them. No, I'm just
yeah.
That's right.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Well, being a kid of divorce, I definitely agree with that. I used to kind of resent that fact, but now you see my two adult parents like, oh yeah, I'm so glad y'all didn't say
Yeah,
that.
no.
That'd been a
Sometimes,
nightmare.
yeah, no. Sometimes it's just much better than
Yeah,
a kid being in
and-
a constantly negative environment. You know.
Yeah, that, and you see it a lot. It's making the same mistake for longer is not going to help
No,
about
it
it.
definitely won't. It absolutely. Yeah, it ain't. That's what I'm saying. It ain't for the
Being a
kids.
child coming from not divorced, they should have divorced.
Yeah, right.
No,
and you hear that a lot.
I,
Like
no, I agree 100%. My parents were together for 34 years, and 33 of them they should have divorced.
right.
You know, I'll give them the first year to work shit out. After that, every year should have been divorced. You know, no, it definitely was not a good situation, and we would all, and we survived it. I mean, like everybody
Right.
does, but definitely it would have been a better scenario for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but of course it was a little different back then.
Right.
All right, let's go to this now. When it comes to your home smelling good, what do you know? Everybody's different, but I think that's super important that you don't have a home that smells like cat piss or things
Right.
like that. You know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what do you guys use to? Do you use anything in your home?
Man, we really don't use like any sprays or scented candles anymore.
Yeah.
Jamie's all about the, she doesn't like the studies that show all the shit you're breathing in, for those
Gotcha.
Glade plugins and shit
Yeah.
like that. So we really just try to use like some basic cleaner, and we've got
Yeah.
2 pit bulls, so it is a challenge. But well, she doesn't like it, but I'll burn some incense every now and then.
Yeah.
I really like burning incense. I feel like it just dampens any smell.
Yeah, no, it does work.
overrides,
That's what
you
we
know.
always used
She
to try
hates
to
it.
use to
She
hide
hates
weed
it,
smell.
but,
Yeah.
yeah, she really doesn't use any of the. We used to all the time. But yeah, that's really it. She's got her.
We use the little
organic
wax
cleaner.
cubes, but
Yeah.
honestly, now that you mentioned what she talks about the air, I literally just have been seeing things in the past 30 days about it.
here you go.
Specifically saying the little wax cubes.
Here we go.
Yeah.
All those indoor air fresheners we like to plug in to make your house smell better. Pretty bad for the environment. Could have health implications. Breathing in the particles. It says, after all, how can the air inside be polluted unless you're doing something crazy like running a propane-powered cooker in a closed-off space? Well, as it actually stands, it's a pretty big deal, it says. So it says, while scented wax melts are marketed as flameless, smoke-free, and non-toxic alternatives to more traditional candles, they're not always a safer way. To see how much these scented air fresheners can affect indoor air quality, researchers observed them inside a tiny mechanically ventilated test house. So they went through a lot of different things and, all the different tests. And
Right.
so what they showed, the new research shows that nanoparticle formation increases significantly when heating wax melts. That means that you're putting a lot more into the air. As a matter of fact, these concentrations are comparable to the indoor pollution caused by diesel engines, gas stoves.
Damn.
Yeah, the particle formation seems to be driven by the scent. Melting them didn't result in any significant terpene emissions, but just mainly pollutants that you're breathing in. So.
Yeah. And I hated it because we love those for the longest time. We
Yeah.
used the shit out
Well, I
of the
think a
wax
lot of
things,
people
yeah.
did, I mean, but you learn over the years. I mean, look, back in the 70s, the stuff that we were putting into the ozone put a hole in it.
Yeah, right.
From all the CFCs that
Right,
we had.
right.
And so we got rid of that. And so I guess we're getting a little better at
Yeah.
starting to realize, maybe, something that makes your house smell that good could be problematic.
Right.
Yeah, well, we're not a wasteful family, so we're going to use all this shit up before we start.
She said, get your mask out.
Yeah, I got a bunch on sale that we're gonna have to burn through.
I got
before we-
200 tea lights ready to burn.
Ready to rock. They gotta go. Everything
What,
must go.
What smell? What fragrance?
Oh, different ones.
I
I
got you.
like to smell different.
I got you.
One of my favorites, though, is probably that sandalwood.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a great
I
one.
do like that
I
one.
tell you, the ones I can't stand are the ones that smell like a dessert.
Yeah, I'm with
Oh,
you
it
on that.
messes
bro.
my brain up.
Yes,
my thing
dude.
is, I'm like, I'm not bullshitting anybody. Everybody knows I don't cook. So if somebody comes to my house, it's like, oh my God, who's making apple pie? Not this
Yeah.
trick, not her.
Yeah, no, I don't want to smell brownies if I can't eat one.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
I feel
I'm
like
going
it's
to
a
the store.
disappointment.
That's what's going to
Yep.
happen. Yeah. Listen, head over to 402 East 9th Street today if you would like to have a delicious craft beer. That's Stone's Throw Brewery. And man, they got good stuff going on. You know, yesterday was $5 Crowler Day. Today they have all kinds of stuff going on. They've got 14 beers on tap, and you can take any of them home with you that you want to. Plus, they do have Slater's Alaskan Dumplings serving food there, which is good stuff. You can save some money on your beer. Just tell them you heard it on the show, and you get 10% off any food that you order over there. It's Stone's
Oh, yeah.
Throw Brewing. Theron's good people, and he's local. Supporting local is a good thing. Let's see what else. Yeah, a little doggy said he's allergic to the Scentsy wax thing. Yeah, no, I said. Tasha said she loves candles and wax scents.
Who doesn't?
Right.
They are
Right.
amazing.
I mean, I don't like the real super potent ones, but I do like them.
I do have a friend. Our friends that moved to Tampa.
Josh?
Yeah, Josh. I actually do about half or maybe even a quarter of those scented things when they come over because it gives them headaches.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
Nicole
could see
Loki
that.
told me that one day. She was like, you know, where you don't want to tell somebody at first,
Right.
but over time she was like, so
Can you quit lighting that shit when we come over, please?
yeah,
I got a
basically,
migraine.
She was like, it's killing Josh. Like,
I will tell you something Jamie used to do. We hadn't done it in a while, but it would be stick like a thimble, I guess. I don't know what you call it, a dollop of like vanilla. Put it in your oven, which that might be horrible for you too. I don't know, but it made the house smell really good.
Now,
I didn't even think about that
yeah.
though.
well, I guess everything you
That's a good
burn
balancing
puts
game.
particles
Thimble
in the
into
air.
the oven.
That's funny. That's funny. All
I
right,
spilled that shit.
let's talk about music for a minute. I saw this question. I thought it's kind of interesting. What song did you fall in love with because of a video game?
Ooh, that is a good one.
I know that you've got to have some because you were a big Guitar Hero girl.
I mean, but I didn't. I mean, I loved playing Barracuda on that, but it wasn't like I jam it outside of that.
I've been in the car though several times where songs come on and you said, "I used to play that." I know this from Guitar Hero.
Yeah, most of my rock catalog will come from Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
But that one, oh man, you put me on the spot
No, I was just curious.
with that one. I don't know. When you said from games.
You're from a video game. Yeah, a song that you fell in love with from a video game. That's funny because that's really not even crazy when you think about it because we played that so much when we were little.
That repeated in your brain
I
so
can
many
hear
times.
I can
Oh,
hear
yeah.
the Tecmo Bowl song in my head. I cannot do it with my mouth.
Tecmo
I
Bowl,
can't.
dude. Shout out Tecmo
Yeah,
Bowl.
Yeah.
there you go, little dog. You got a good one. Queens of the Stone Age. Bump, bump.
Oh, yeah,
bump,
yeah,
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that's a good one right
Harry
there.
Crane. Is that a nickname?
No, Harry was in the military with me. He was a soldier with me. Yeah,
It sounds like a euphemism.
I got that Harry Crane for you, baby. Yeah, that's great. That's great. He'll appreciate that. What's something
I'm
you?
sure it's not the first time he's heard it.
Yeah,
He has a
sure.
Harry
Oh, it's
Crane.
not the first time he's used it. What are you talking about? I know the guy. What is something you refuse to buy the cheap version of?
Toilet paper. Except for I did buy some by accident. How long ago was it? Maybe
Oh, yeah.
a few weeks ago. But
No, it
again,
was
back to
brutal.
the me being cheap and savings. We gonna use it.
Right.
So I apologize. I came out of the restroom. I was like, I just want.
No, I was scared every time I went. I would try to poop up here so I didn't have to do it at
I-
home because the paper was so thin.
I just stopped at the D-Jizzle on the way
Right.
home, and I felt the bags. Mm-hmm. And Sometimes I'm in a hurry and I don't pay attention. Like the week before, I accidentally bought paper towels when I was trying to buy toilet paper.
And decaf coffee.
And decaf coffee.
Oh, what
Yeah.
a disappointment
And I
that
never
is.
return stuff. I'm the worst at that.
No, that is true. You never return anything.
So, but either way, we
Ever.
got this toilet paper. It was one. It felt soft in the package.
Right.
Man.
That's when you got to put like 1 square of expensive toilet paper in like 4
And mix
squares of
them
the
up.
cheap. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's what I was
that's
saying.
good,
I was
yeah.
like, I'm typically a folder,
Uh-huh.
but with this, I was straight up wadding.
No, you,
Man, I
well,
was
you
like,
had
God.
to, and it wasn't enough even then. That's why I was.
You gotta
It only took one breakthrough for me not to want to go home and poop.
So yeah, I typically don't like to play around when it comes to toilet paper. It's
Yeah.
just.
Are y'all a bidet household?
Let me tell you how much I don't play
I would
about
have
toilet
one.
paper. I hate the toilet paper the boys use up here.
Boom. Brought her own, baby.
No, we don't
go.
have a
I keep
bidet.
that thing.
But,
Listen,
but I
things
mean,
have to be precious to touch downstairs. You know what I mean?
yeah, no, you're right. You're right about that. I have. I would like to try a bidet. I've
Yeah.
never used one. Do you have one?
No, we did for the longest time, but we got a new toilet. The old bidet wouldn't fit on
Oh,
the new
no.
toilet, and then I haven't gone.
Oh,
back
how did
yet.
you ever go back? I understand once you go bidet, you don't go back.
Right. I did like it. You felt cleaner, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially working out in the heat all day.
Yeah.
I know a lot of blue collar
Now,
guys.
can
can
you
relate
ratchet
to
it up to like fire hose level?
that. The one I'm a cheap ass, kind of like Laura said. So the
Yeah.
one we had was like, no,
Or
you
like
couldn't- you couldn't
junior
turn it
high
on.
water
Frankly.
fountain. Junior high water fountain. The one that won't
like an
shoot up
old
all the
well.
way. Yeah.
I made Patrick come to the bathroom with me with like a super soaker.
Yeah, that'd be great. That's hilarious, actually. That's a funny concept. All right, let me throw one more random question at you.
What you got?
What's something people glamorize that's just toxic? Something people glamorize that's toxic.
Where do we start?
I know I've got so many things I feel like I could say.
Yeah.
TV shows like 16 and Pregnant and
Yeah,
stuff like
sure.
that. I hate all these young kids that they seem like
They glamorize.
they're like
the,
women at like 12 now.
Oh,
Right.
right. Yeah, no, I could see that. I could see-
16 and pregnant. It's like they've got their kids on there now.
Yeah,
pregnant. Oh, yeah,
Well, I mean,
yeah.
there's so many different franchise or different like versions of that. Yeah, I like the OGs, the original ones, and their kids are about 16 now.
Yeah.
But you know they've kept on, and that's what I'm saying. I wonder sometimes if there's girls in high school going, I could get on that show.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I'm
you
certain.
know,
You know
of
what I'm
course
saying?
there
There
are.
is.
What are
Yeah.
you talking? Of course there are.
Man, I'd go with an easy one. I'd just say politics.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
people make
Yeah.
it their whole personality, and it's just
Yeah.
like, I just don't have the mental capacity for it.
No, me
So,
either.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. I feel like that's such a good question. Mm-hmm. And I feel like if I sat on here, I could have some really good for you.
Yeah, if you just thought about it.
Yeah,
from
if I
a-
would have known that. You know what? I might bring that one back tomorrow. Because I feel like I could.
There are a lot of things that I think could fit under that category. So
People
it is.
put too much emphasis on a lot of stuff that I feel like is not like important on a day to day. You know?
Right. Hey, let's do this. Let's take a quick break. We're going to take a quick song break, and we'll be right back, okay?
Nice.
How about that?
Last night was amazing, at least until it wasn't. I can't even remember what got us so bent. From laughing and talking to yelling and squawking, from I only wanna feel you to I only wanna kill you. How can we love so damn much? Can't wait for each other's touch, to having absolutely zero patience, straight character assassination. Just this afternoon, You couldn't imagine life without me, then how is it so soon? You can't stand anything about me. How can we love so damn much? Can't for each other's touch. To have an absolutely zero patience. Straight character assassination. We went from loving out loud to surrounded by a dark cloud. Body passionate with sweat to the worst we've said yet. How can we love so damn much? Can't for each other's touch. To have an absolutely zero patience. Straight character assassination. It's straight assassination. But damn if I don't love you. My buddy just dropped 50K. Says his new challenger will blow me away. Coming down the street a deep Mopar rumble. Love my bro, but gotta make him humble. Yeah. You rolling up in a candy new whip. Tapping on the gas, make the RPMs flip. A checkered flag appointment, I'll never be late. Cause that bitch is rocking a super sport plate. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with a Challenger. Camaro or Mustang with a big old tail. But not a one of them better than my 71 Chevelle. Yeah. Chrome skull shifter ready for the push. Bored out, lower snout raised up in the tush. It'll rock and double pump Holly. Off the line so fast, warps time like Dolly. Ain't nothing wrong with the Challenger. Camaro or Mustang with a big old tail. But not a one of them better than my 7-in-1 Chevelle. Whoa, yeah. We can go an eighth, quarter, or the full M. No matter what you choose, your outcome is grim. You say my baby got that old engine smell, but that's the sweet perfume of a 71 Chevelle. Ain't nothing wrong with the Challenger. Camaro or Mustang with a big old tail. But not a one of them better than my 7-in-1 Chevelle. Bring the pink slip next time, bro.
All right, we are back. It is Patrick and the People plus Laura.
Plus,
That's right, Laura. You had something that you wanted to talk about. You said.
yeah. So, well, I mean, it's not like the hottest gossip on the street, but if you care about your longevity in
Yeah.
life, then
I kind of do.
I saw on Instagram yesterday this article about the top 10 most likely ways you will die.
Oh,
man.
okay.
All right.
I've always told you I felt like, well, at least when I had a shop, that you were going to walk in and I'd just have my head stuck on a nail somewhere. I just walked into it because I used to hit my head on everything in the shop, man. It seemed
Not
like.
just your head. You almost cut off your finger. You
Well, I cut off
almost
the end
broke
of
your
it.
ankle. Like
Yeah.
you're just accident prone.
Okay, that's true. Now that's
It's gonna happen.
true.
It's gonna happen to him.
No, that's so true. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that's so true because normally you tell me that's not true.
No, that's absolutely true. I lack grace.
We have that
I
on
have no
recording.
grace.
All right, so the global death rate varies slightly each year, but on average, around 60 million people die annually. This equates to roughly 165,000 deaths per day.
Every single
Every
day. Wow, that's a
single
wow.
day.
You know, stop and think about that for a minute. You know, put that in perspective. Just on an average basis, 165,000 a day die. So no matter, you know, forget COVID, forget all that.
Yeah.
165,000 a
60
day.
million a year.
That's
wild.
That's a lot. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so coming in at number 10, which is responsible for 1.26 million deaths a year,
Okay.
and I will probably be a part of that one day.
Okay.
Give it up for liver disease.
Oh, liver disease. Yeah, liver disease. Yeah, that's a great one. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like the spots that come with it and the pretty eye
they're
color.
cute. It's like a tan without
pretty eye
tanning.
Yeah, that pretty
The
yellow eye
little
color.
yellow tip color.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
All right.
You look like you're an alien.
Number 9, road incidents.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I knew that'd be in there.
1.34 million a year.
So more people die from a car accident than cirrhosis. Okay.
Yeah, but that's because they wrecked their car on the way home from the bar before they got the cirrhosis.
That might be true, yeah. It could be true. Yeah.
All right. 8 is a shocker, but I'm not shitting you. Diarrheal diseases.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
we couldn't.
1.66 million
where you shit yourself to
deaths
death.
per year.
Wow.
That's
That's
gotta be
a tough way to
Diarrheal
go.
diseases.
That's got to be horrible.
Yeah, no, that is Elvis almost found out.
Toxic soupy poopy.
Yeah, that's wild.
All right, so 7 neonatal deaths.
Oh, okay.
1.73 million deaths. I don't know, SIDS probably.
Well, just a variety of things. Yeah, if you die before you leave the hospital.
All right. Next, lower respiratory infections. 2.38 million deaths per year. The whooping cough. Your what's it called? Oh man.
Emphysema?
No, not emphysema. But that is a good one too.
COPD.
That's
Yeah.
one. Not asthma. What's
Bronchitis? No. I don't know.
This is killing me.
Pneumonia?
Yes, pneumonia. That's the one I
Okay.
was looking for.
Yeah. It's because it starts with a P. It threw you off.
I'm sure that's why it was totally 7, 6, 5. Okay, so number 5. I don't understand this, but dementia.
Oh, okay. Well,
I-
it does kill. I mean,
I
eventually.
know it kills, but I see that on TikTok. I have some old people I follow like that I dig. One of them died in January. Rest in peace.
Yeah. R.I.P.
But you know, I like. Sometimes it's funny, not funny, but funny. And I only know that I had a grandparent that had it. You know,
Yeah.
and
I've had several.
would like hide the car keys from them
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. You know, it's fun. Like you gotta laugh at
Right,
pain sometimes.
right.
Sure.
But I don't understand how it's like. What is it that's killing you?
Yeah, I guess I
Well,
didn't
I
know
think
that.
it's more than memory stuff in dementia. I think that's
Hmm.
part of it, but I think there are other
Your
things.
things forget how to work. Your body.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It is a great
I was ignorant to that. I thought it was just
I'd like to
like
know
a
more.
mental thing you got when you were old.
Yeah.
You know.
I'd like to know more about that.
Number
too, yeah.
4, diabetes, blood, and endocrine diseases.
Believe it.
Yeah, no, diabetes is a big time killer. Fat people.
3.19 million deaths per year. And that was a big jump
Yeah, that is
from
a
1
huge
point
jump.
something to
Yeah,
3.19.
that's how big diet.
Diabetes.
Diet's
will get you.
huge.
All right. So then 4. Well, respiratory diseases. I thought we just had that one.
Well, that was lower respiratory. I guess. is
Lower
the big
respiratory.
help.
Oh no, lower respiratory infections. This one is
Okay.
respiratory disease.
Oh,
I gotcha.
And
okay.
it looks kind of like the picture is like COVID-ish.
Yeah, that'll do
All
it.
right. So 3. Thought it would be 1. Cancer.
Yeah.
No, definitely
Cancer.
not. When I'm
I was waiting for that one.
8.93
Dang.
million.
8.93 million
Yeah,
a year.
we jumped up from 3 something.
Man, why didn't we have a lockdown over cancer?
Yeah, right.
Huh?
Like,
The number one.
Did you do
car-
2?
Oh, you know what? I miscounted. That was 2. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
The number one, cardiovascular disease.
Heart disease.
So
Yeah.
heart health.
Yeah, which also can stem from every other thing you just probably named on that
right,
list.
right.
It all comes together,
You know,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's even amazing.
Well, either way, keep putting the needles in your arms because that's not how you're gonna
Clearly,
die.
that's not a big problem according to that, right?
All right, so I did. But speaking of those, so I was just curious when I read that. I was like, there's all kinds of people that tell you stuff. You can see videos about put onions on your feet and it'll get rid of the mold.
Oh, right, like
so
old wives' tales.
different myths. Let's talk about them.
Yeah, what you got?
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you. You tell me if you think
It's true or
it's
not.
BS or not.
Okay.
I got you.
Go ahead.
All right, cracking joints, popping your fingers
Yeah.
causes arthritis.
No. It
Myth,
doesn't.
right?
Is it harmful?
No.
I wouldn't think so.
No, it is not. The sound might annoy people very much, but no, you're just hearing a noise. The joints rubbing together. It's not a big deal. At all.
Yeah, it's like a air pop, basically.
Right.
All right. So another one. Carrots giving you night vision.
Carrots giving you night vision.
never heard of
I'm
this
going to say no on that. I know that I think vitamin E is good for eyesight, but I don't think carrots really have that kind of impact.
Drinking a cup of coffee.
Well,
Well,
was that right or not?
No,
okay.
it doesn't.
Myth.
No.
Okay.
No. It just has vitamin A, which is good for your
Vitamin
eye
A,
health,
that's
make
what it is,
strong,
not
but-
vitamin E. Yeah.
Drinking a cup of coffee can reduce feelings of depression.
Maybe. Yeah. Caffeine? Yeah, I would say yes.
Yeah.
Hey, one study found that a cup of Joe can boost your mood and
Yeah.
lower your risk of depression.
Yeah.
Patrick, you should never be depressed ever with as much coffee as you drink.
Well, I'm not.
How do you stay alive?
The secret?
Not far.
Owning a dog can reduce your risk of heart disease.
Yes.
Since it's the number one killer,
Yes.
we all should buy bitches.
Yeah.
no.
I'll buy that.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is true. It will. It says owning pets improves mental health and may lower blood pressure and cholesterol levels, lowering your risk for heart disease.
I believe that.
Being cold gives you a cold.
No.
Nah, it's BS.
No. The old hot to cold thing. You're going to get sick going in and out, in and out. No. you're not.
Oily foods give you acne. How many times did you hear that growing up? If you were eating pizza or something, somebody would be like, "The greasy food's
right.
gonna give you pimples."
Only if you rub it on your face.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's definitely BS.
Yeah. No, I don't think eating pizza can clog your pore.
The body can produce enough heat in just half an hour to boil water.
It's so random. I'm going to say that's true.
It is true. Each hour, the human
Interesting.
body creates 350,000 joules of energy.
I know I produce a lot of heat.
Yes, you do, which
Yeah.
creates the same amount of energy as a 100-watt light bulb.
Yeah.
Wow.
This ends up being enough to boil half a gallon of water in just 30 minutes.
Yeah, wow.
Let's see. Humans are the only animals who cry during emotion.
Ah, man, hold on. Let me think about that.
Like, I guess tears, like physical
Yeah.
tear. Yeah.
I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say no, but I can't say I've ever seen an animal
Me either.
cry.
I'm not sure I'm right. But
No, it is very true. You may see tears in other animals, but they don't stem.
It's not because they're
Oh,
sad.
yeah, they don't stem from emotions, no.
wow, okay.
Interesting.
That is a really interesting fact. Yeah, I did not know that.
And let's see here. Let me do one more.
Okay, do it.
Eating late makes you gain weight.
No, it doesn't matter the time of day you eat as much as it does how much and what.
Bingo.
Nice.
It really does say, but I feel like I could probably even debunk that.
Well, you could
It's just-
argue
'cause
because
those-
you're less active then
Right.
that
Right.
maybe it would hold on to more calories, but I don't know in the digestion cycle if that's actually true or not true. You know,
What about the 5-second rule? If you drop something on the floor, you can eat it in 5 seconds.
hell yeah, hell yeah,
It's true in my world.
yeah,
This is the one situation you should use your best judgment.
yeah. No,
Patrick has no problem with it. He
Yeah,
believes
no.
that, hey, it makes you stronger.
well, now
Your
look, if I
immunity.
dropped it on the floor out here in the shop, I would not pick it up. If I drop it on the floor at home, I'll
Yeah,
pick it up.
yeah,
I
sure.
know what's on that floor for the most part.
And he'll put a cigarette out outside. A homeless person will come take a puff off of it, and he'll go back out there. And
I don't know what you're talking about. That was one of the greatest moments ever, though, for me. That was one of the funniest things ever in my life. Was that when I used to be at the other station, I'd go outside to smoke. And,
Your cigarettes would disappear.
yeah, well, half a cigarette, I'd come back, and I started thinking, man, did I forget?
Is the wind blowing out
something?
here?
What is
Like-
going on here? And it wasn't until it went on for about a week, and then I came out, and there was a guy across the street, and he walked up to me and said, "Man, do you have a light?" And I was like, "Yeah." And when he opened his hand up, there were all my missing butts in his hand. And I was like, "How bold is it to take my cigarettes and ask me for a light, man?"
That's hilarious.
It's like I just would rather give you the pack.
All right, let me do this one last one.
All right.
So,
What you got?
you should drink 8 glasses of water every day.
I don't think that's true.
Oh, that's contextual to like body size. too, I believe,
Bingo. You got it right. While 8 glasses of water daily can be a right amount for some people, it may be a little too much for others. Your hydration needs depend on activity levels, body weight, and temperature.
It's hard to drink 8 glasses of water a day for me.
Yeah, yeah. Jamie, you'll see how tiny she is, and she tried to do that for a while, and she's like, I can't. Like, there's no way I can do
No,
Yeah.
she'll get she'll get poisoned from it.
Yeah.
That's too much water for her little
sure.
ass.
Pissing
Have
all
you
day.
seen how big I am? I couldn't do it.
Right.
All right, what else?
No,
was the last
there's
one?
more, but that's
Okay. No, that's
That's
fine.
good.
We'll just put an end to it right there. Then that's fine.
Was it getting put down? I like that.
Everybody wants to be happy, but trying too hard to achieve it could actually have the opposite effect. New research says that the more people try to pursue happiness, the less content they really are. The team out of University of Toronto surveyed hundreds and had them do a series of group tasks. So while participants had to do things like eat chocolate, complete mental challenges, the researchers found that those hyper-focused on improving their mood tended to give in to their impulses more often and quit more. So why does trying to be happy make us so unhappy? Study authors suggest it could be constantly seeking happiness depletes mental resources, especially willpower and self-control. So as a result, we're more vulnerable to temptation and making choices that make you less happy. Researchers say it could be a result of being tired and stressed from mental exertion and pressure of seeking happiness. What do you think? Do you think this is true? Not true? What is it? What do you think?
Man, I'm a huge fan of Alan Watts. You know who he is? Old there's like a ton of old speeches online, philosopher dude, and that was one of his biggest things, that the pursuit of happiness keeps us from being happy, keeps us from living in the moment and enjoying what we've got now.
Because you're always looking forward.
Yeah. So I believe in that context, but the way it's worded there, they're like, don't try to be happy or you'll be sad. It's like, that doesn't, I don't know. Like, I'm not going to try to be sad and hope I come out happy,
Right.
you know? So it's a little convoluted, but I do think, and I'm guilty of it all the time, enjoying what I've got now, you know, as opposed to, man, I want to be better in the future. I want to be innovative and want more. But I heard a quote like 2 weeks ago that a 50-year-old millionaire had said that, successful business person had said, if I could give all my money up to be a broke 30-year-old again and just to have that time in front of me and to, be in the grind, I would. And so I try to apply that all the time. Like, of course, I'm aiming to do better, but we got it pretty good right now,
No,
considering.
I struggle with people who always seem miserable.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's
people who
that's toxic
see
shit.
everything
I can't be around people like that.
they see everything through a negative lens, and no matter what you say, negativity
Right.
is going to be thrown on it. You know, that's very difficult for me to be around. It's draining, and I don't like that. I don't even quite understand that.
I don't either. I think it's like a lack of perspective, really. Like, people really don't know you know, how many people die every year? You know,
Oh,
60 million. That's what I
million?
mean. Like
Yeah,
165,000 a day. Like, there's millions of people who don't have like running water in the
Yeah.
world. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like,
Right.
damn, when you start looking at shit like that, you're like, man, I got it pretty good. You know, like,
Yeah.
I think it's just lack of perspective. People who are always pessimistic and look towards the negative side. It's like, and that's a choice. You know, you're choosing to ignore all the good shit you got.
How do you
going on.
change it if that is, what you're doing? I wonder.
Finding gratitude in the things you do have.
100%.
Also, another documentary called Happy
Yeah.
finds that, the happiest people are usually in poor regions
Yeah.
that don't have the constant need to succeed or compete with others, their peers.
Well,
or,
they're more focused on, can I get water today? Could I possibly find shoes today?
I don't think that's why they're happy, because
no.
they're barefooted and looking for shoes.
No, I just
think
mean they're not focused on keeping up with the Smiths and the Joneses. They're
Yeah.
focused
You
on
got a little
living
better
life.
perspective.
Yeah,
on,
and you were talking about the whole running water thing. I saw Jimmy Carr a clip of him last week where he was basically it's same topic that we struggle to find happiness when it's like we don't appreciate the little things. He was like, 50 years ago, a person couldn't even take a hot shower.
Yeah, no, it's true.
It's like
Just 50
so
years
imagine
ago.
like every day having to take a shower and it being cold.
Yeah,
like, that's
100%.
It sucks. But you have that. You have a roof over your head.
Yeah, here's what some people don't realize. Do you know what one of the single greatest life-saving items that you have is?
What's that?
Heat and air.
Oh, yeah.
Heat and air. Before heat and air, a lot of people died from hot and cold.
Right.
It was a huge problem, and I mean, just having heat and air is quite a luxury.
Yeah. You asked what you can do to gain that perspective or to gain that gratitude. One of the things I grew up doing, I was blessed to grow up with great grandparents, visited a nursing home and talked to some of those people in there. That was one of the best things for me as a young kid, not being spoiled by shit, because you would hear that just one generation away. Oh yeah, we didn't have water. We had a well. We walked here.
Listen
we didn't
to
have
those stories,
Yeah,
yeah.
listen to that and take that shit in, because especially if you have a living grandparent, that's just one generation away. It's just yesterday.
No,
in the
it's-
span of time.
It's amazing when you look at just in the short period of time how far we've come. I mean, I look at my grandparents and what their life was like and growing up and all that. My grandpa was in the military, and he spent he retired from the military. He was full service his whole time. But
Right.
I look at, even the relationship he and my grandmother had is so different. And they were married for 50 years. I'm not sure they liked each other.
Yeah, right.
I
That's
don't
just-
even know.
That's
don't
how it was.
Really,
Yeah.
truly. I mean, it's what happened, But it is amazing when you look at that compared to today.
Yeah.
So then people who didn't even like each other stay together 50 years. Today, you get in an argument and people get
it's-
divorced.
Exactly.
Well, but then too, a lot of women didn't have jobs, and
Right.
That's
Yeah, it was
true. No,
different.
that's very,
different
that's
times.
very true. My grandmother did work though.
they
She always
were
did.
built Ford tough. And now we just want to bust it open.
Hey.
Like that's the easier way to get there.
I tell Tyler that all the time, because I know every mother says their child is so beautiful, but I just feel like
Tyler is a good looking
Tyler
cat.
is a
He's
beautiful
good looking
human being,
cat.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he has eczema, and he has had it for his whole life. And during the winter, or even certain times during the summer, if he's in pools, chlorinated pools,
Right.
like, his arms, especially in the crease of
Right.
them, will just get bumpy, rashy. And
Dry.
you would, hearing him, I mean, I had empathy at first,
Yeah.
in the teenage years, but it becomes a point where it's like, first of all, part of me not feeling sorry for you is because you don't do what you should do consistently with the lotion and things, all that. But the second part
In the
is,
bigger picture.
That's
the
guys
bigger
for you.
picture is, I'm like, it's not that bad. They're
Right.
not bleeding. They're not, but almost any time
Player, you look like a model.
we
Okay.
we like watching like videos of all the sweet ones. Sometimes, if I see somebody that's been in a fire, burnt legs, I'm just
Yeah,
like,
bro.
I just need you to take this second and just look at that, because you have people telling you look like Bad Bunny,
Yeah.
you're so
Yeah.
good, and I said, here you are, so upset that
Right.
you're the ugliest human being in the world because you got a little rash on your arm.
Right.
I'm like, suck
No,
it up.
I have done something I've never before in my life done, which is live vicariously.
Yeah.
Because Tyler is a different kind of attractive, and
Yeah.
I don't mean that to be just
Pedo?
bragging because he's my son.
No, he's a good looking cat.
No, and so I watch the things, and I'm like, I told him not long ago, I said, man, you don't even understand, bro. I wish to God
man, come on.
I had your life,
Come
and I
on.
don't even know what I would have done
Right,
if I'd had
right.
that in my life like that. I mean, he rejects more than I was ever offered. I'm like, he just walks down. I mean, girls just throw their numbers
Right.
at him, practically.
Right.
And it's like, wow, man, I don't even know what
But
that's
we'll
like.
still find unhappiness in their looks. I mean, that's
Yeah,
back,
100%.
Oh, well, no, it does go back to we all
just
are
never-
self-conscious. We
yeah.
never appreciate what we have.
And girls or women, whatever, we tend to be the whole, we always want what we don't have. If
Yeah.
you have small boobs, you want big
Yeah,
boobs.
if you got big
Girls
boobs,
with
you
big
want some-
boobs
yep.
get breast reductions.
Yep.
You want red hair, you get blonde hair, brown. It's like
Yeah.
you're never happy.
Right. No, dude, I love these conversations. This is something I focus on, make a point to focus on every day because I struggle with that. I always try to.
I should.
Yeah.
We struggle with.
Just content, being
Oh, yeah.
Me too.
content on a daily basis, or keeping that perspective. Of,
Yeah.
I always try to break it down in like micro and macro.
Yeah.
Like Tyler, in the micro in his day to day
It
life,
sucks.
like that sucks, dude.
Yeah.
But in the macro, like, hey, just look at them from both ways, and
Yeah.
you don't have to develop an opinion either way. Just observe
Well,
both of those realities, and take it for what it is.
I appreciate what you're saying because I know for me, and I suspect for most people, I do beat myself up often through
Yeah.
the day, and it's for a variety of reasons.
Right.
And I have to take myself off of that and go, wait a minute, you're in this moment, you're feeling that way.
Right,
But,
exactly.
what's the long term of
Exactly.
it? If I lost weight and I put 5 pounds back on, I'm I'm going to be
Yeah.
like, you fat bastard.
Right, you're gonna
And
be
then I'm going to
beating
go, all right,
yourself
hold on, let's put it in perspective.
Exactly.
Wait a second.
I'm not Tammy Slayton.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean that is one way to put it in
Right.
perspective, but it's just like with if you're eating less or trying to, some days are better than others.
Yeah,
and
100%.
you cannot beat yourself up if you have a bad day. You can remind yourself, hey, I can do better than that.
Yeah. There's a balance to keep of holding yourself accountable and not just beating the shit out of yourself. You know what I mean?
But
Like,
it's hard
Oh, I
sometimes
still
to
beat
know.
myself up 2 years later after selling my house. Like, I struggle
Yeah.
with that
right.
deeply.
Yeah,
Right.
she does.
Deeply. Because
in the moment, though.
I just,
In the
I
moment,
didn't
with the
have a
information you had in that part of your life, that was just the best decision you could make in that moment, and
it
that's.
probably wasn't, though.
But
I did
you'll
it.
never
But-
know.
but
the
Like,
alternative.
it haunts me. Like, last
But
night
you
we were
don't-
sitting on the couch watching a TV show, and I sold my house.
But you,
Right.
but
And he's like looking at me like, why are you even thinking about that right now? I don't know why.
It's hard to let go
it
of
just-
shit that
it
you-
consumes
well,
me.
I can understand why. I guess maybe I don't know if my perspective is unusual, but I think about the unresults, the results that haven't shown themselves yet.
Right.
So yeah, you kick yourself for selling the house, and I get why. But I'm like, is there a reason for that? Where here in another year or two, this door opens up, and like if I hadn't done that, this door would have
Yeah,
never
I
opened.
struggle on the hope factor though. I can't find happiness and hope.
But here,
That's
I'll
some silly shit.
I'll give you
See,
something.
but I
like,
disagree with that.
I know
I don't
that's
think
because
it's
you
silly.
were raised by fairy tales. And
No,
and
well, maybe you're
yeah,
right.
you
You could
were.
be right, but
that's what I'm
that.
saying. I was raised by a Marine.
Well, but-
Psycho.
okay.
Too. Like we built different.
So both of us probably could have room to move to the middle.
Oh, sure. I was
Yeah,
just
that's
saying
what I
that
would
is
say.
my struggle. We having church today, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Latasha said that she struggled a lot with postpartum depression and anxiety after having her son. She said for about 6 or 7 months. I did too.
yeah.
When I had Tyler, it was wild how
Right.
much I hated life.
Let me tell
Right.
you when I determined when I came to the conclusion that postpartum depression wasn't bullshit.
Yeah.
That's when Tom Cruise said something about it, and every woman in the world immediately hated Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, that shit must be real because
Yeah.
they all hate him
Right,
now.
right.
I think he was just ill spoken when he said it, but I was still like, damn, man,
Right.
you're serious about that, man. That's-
Brandon said his grandma didn't have running water for the longest time. And of course, Little trolley Mike says, "You're right, Laura. It's women. They're the problem." Mike, I'm starting to think you have mommy issues. Like, what is the problem?
He just needs a big hug. That's what.
I'm coming to your house when we leave here, buddy.
He needs a big hug. He needs a big hug. Yeah, no, it's tough to not beat yourself up, but you know, if you're gonna correct yourself, it needs to be temporary. And look, if you're gonna correct yourself, you have to correct yourself and partner it with a goal. You can't just say, "Hey, you're a piece of shit."
Right.
You have to go, "You're a piece of shit," but you can not be
Yeah.
a piece of shit
Yeah.
tomorrow if
You're in
you do
control.
a little better.
You're in control.
You know, yeah.
I sure hope I would be shit. Man, think about that. What are the rates now? 7, 8,
Oh,
9,
6
12,
something.
13?
No, it's 6 something. And historically, this is something people. This is
What
a
was ours? 2 point something?
3.25.
I hate my life. Like,
No, but you have to understand too. This is what people don't put into perspective, and this is how sometimes the echo chamber of the media can mislead people. 3%, 3.5%, 4%. Those are the lowest rates in the history
Right.
of this nation. They've never been that low ever.
right,
the
which means I was
average-
lucky
You were lucky.
and shit on it.
Yes, that is okay.
Threw it away. And Mike, I love you. You know I'm playing with you
Fair,
too, buddy.
but the average nationally has always been between 5 and 7%. That's the average interest rates for the country. In the late 70s, early 80s, it got up into the 15, 16, 17.
Right.
I think as high as even 19%. So, yeah, the rates we have now, did we have much lower rate? Yes.
Yeah, I think I just have like issues.
We all do.
Like with staying, so I don't know
don't we
why
all?
I can't.
Yeah.
No.
Tyler told me he was like, I'm not trying to be mean, but I just don't think you're gonna be happy wherever we go. He's like, I don't think you're gonna. He's like, I just think you
No, it's true.
like to switch it up as far.
Right.
I don't know why.
Because I would say myself, and you would vehemently disagree with me, and I know because we've had these conversations before.
We gonna
But-
fight right now?
I know, I don't think so. But I would say, like Tyler, you're strikingly attractive and don't realize it.
Oh, whatever.
You are beautiful, Miss
Stop.
Laura. You are.
No,
Let's give
because-
Laura some
no,
flowers over
no,
here. Come
that's
on.
stupid though. And you know I
It's
hate it when
not
you say
stupid,
stuff like
but
that.
I mean,
you-
we're having real talk though.
Yeah,
This is real.
stop because this is pandering. I don't even like it.
Yeah, I hate that
Sorry,
it comes
I
off
love
as
you,
pandering.
But you know I
Yeah,
don't like
yeah.
it.
it wasn't
And-
meant to be at all in any possible way.
Well, when I
but let me
it doesn't,
switch
to me,
gears.
it doesn't matter how many people think you're beautiful.
Right.
If you don't feel it, what's it matter?
No, I
Right.
get it,
And
but
so
that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
like, I'm glad you feel that way, and I don't want to thank you for being kind and saying that,
Mm-hmm.
but it just doesn't do anything for the way I feel. And as long as I have to see me every day,
And you see that a lot with like the majority of females, I feel like.
Yeah.
You know, highly. I mean, I don't know one pretty girl who thinks they're pretty.
Oh, I
Like, you know what I
struggle
mean?
with it
I mean,
bad.
maybe some real shallow, you know, people that think a lot of themselves, but
Yeah, I think the Kardashians think they're pretty.
yeah, and I'm sure they do, but look at them, you know what I mean? It's like, well, yeah, I'm sure you've got that one
oh
down,
yeah,
but
if
I'm
I
sure
had that money, yeah.
exactly.
But would that equal happiness? Because I look at them and I'm not sure. I mean, I know they're really rich and they do a lot of fun shit, I'm sure, but also every time I see them, they seem half-ass miserable.
Right.
You know, they're always whining and bitching about something. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you know, if anybody shouldn't bitch about anything, it'd be you.
Right.
You have more money than, I mean, there's literally nothing you can't do.
Right.
You know, and if you can get to the point where there's literally nothing you can't do and you're still bitching, I got to go, what's up?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
you have an ability to let go that I don't understand. Like,
What do you mean?
which I envy in some way. Like you just, you know, if you can't change it or whatever.
That's the greatest
Oh,
lesson.
one day at a time.
That's
I'm like, I'm glad you do one day at a time because I'm worried about what's gonna happen next week.
I don't know. My dad somehow dad be in my life. He really implanted that in me. You know, he spent a lot of time talking about that and, you know, what you can control and what you can't control. Mm-hmm. And he was just one of those people who would always say, can you control it? Then why are you worried about it?
Right.
There's nothing you can do literally. So don't waste time on it. And I really adopted that for the most part. And I don't know. It is an unusual thing.
Everything is a balance because although
Yes,
that's
I
good
agree with
advice,
that. I agree with that.
I think that advice can be
Of course.
harmful too.
Well,
Like-
if,
like
if
you
you
said,
can
it's
control
balance.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be able to control it. I mean, all right, let's move topics here because this is pretty crazy. Now, a lot of people have pets. I have to ask you, of all the things that your pet's eaten that have caused it problems in its life, how bad has it been? Has it been this bad? Luna is a 7-month-old Bernese mountain dog in Los Angeles, had a big problem. Her owners noticed she was sick, throwing up, her stomach looked swollen. So they took her to the Corona Animal Emergency Center. Now, the vets took x-rays. What they found were Luna had swallowed 24 socks, a scrunchie, 2 hair ties, a shoe insert, a small onesie, and other bits of cloth. Now, they did have to surgically remove all of that. But my question being is, do you have or have you had a dog that would eat crazy things, did eat crazy things, made themselves sick, anything like that?
Man, nothing like that. Nothing
Well,
like that.
growing up, I had a golden retriever that she ate socks, and I remember my dad having to get like a Walmart sack or something, and because she was walking
Pull it out of
around,
her
it was
throat.
hanging from her butt.
Oh, from her
And then
Oh, right.
I don't know if you remember or not, but Attila would.
Yeah, we'd have to pull a
Attila, we
string
had
out
to
of his
pull-
butt.
He would eat like I don't know pieces of washcloth.
Yeah.
I don't maybe even small socks. I don't know.
It was the
Right.
worst.
But sometimes you just see him walking around with something dangling from his butt, and it's like, let me get on in there. It's time to go spelunking. Let's get this bad boy.
Now, Rousey, she likes to eat stuff outside that'll make her sick, and she'll end up throwing up. I don't know. I guess if I eat the same dog food every day, I'd probably be
Right.
excited to try something else. But I'm like, can you not
But I
put 2
switch
and
it
2
up.
together?
I switch up the flavors.
But I'm like, don't you know? I mean, can't you put 2 and 2 together? If I eat this, I feel bad.
Yeah,
And
right.
yet we don't. I mean, I
Right.
guess as humans, we don't, do we?
Yeah,
we
yeah.
keep eating
We
the
keep
candy
eating the
and the
same
sweets and all the
bull crap.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I
exactly.
guess it's no different. They're just like, yeah, no, I know I'm going to throw up later, but I want it.
Attila would also eat Isabel, which is the
Oh.
other Chihuahua. Her boo boo,
Off the tap.
Fresh
Off the
off,
tap.
yeah,
No,
like-
off the tap. As she was pooping.
like soft
He would
serve,
try to catch
like
it.
an ice cream machine. Just he'd be
Uh,
under
yeah,
there. I wouldn't even be mad because it less for me to have to
I was
scoop
about to
in
say,
the
if
yard.
you're in
No,
the city,
But at
no,
the
no.
same
Perfect.
time, it's
No,
like
the breath
give
was
the
the
lady
worst.
some privacy.
First
Let
of
her
all,
finish first.
That's
I
hilarious.
never wanted him to lick me after that. I'm like,
Right,
no,
you're like,
don't
get
put
away
that.
from
And
He had
then
rough breath.
his breath it smelled like straight ass.
I'm sure.
It was. I couldn't even let him get into my face.
That's
because it was
hilarious.
so bad. Yeah, I was like, damn, is that
It's
all
so
you eat
bad.
now? That's all you eat, bro?
That's loyalty, though.
Yeah, no,
They were
I guess
buds.
so. I will tell you that one thing, and I have mentioned this before, but for those who haven't heard, I think it's really worthwhile because Rousey, when she was, and you may forget, but when Rousey was young, for about the first 8 months, there were several times we thought this may not work out because she was chewing on stuff. Now she got through that phase, but
Oh my gosh! Yes.
but we had got home one day and she'd eaten an entire bottle of medication.
Yeah.
Like it was chewed through. You could see it on the
Right,
board.
right.
And so I didn't know what we were going to do. So we called a friend of ours who worked for a vet at the time and said, "Listen, do we need to bring her? What do we need to do?" And she said, "Here's what you do: take 2 tablespoons of hydrogen peroxide, and
Give it a few
make
minutes.
her swallow it. Put it in her mouth, and within 5 minutes she'll throw everything up. And when I tell you that she'll throw everything up, I mean it was like a never-ending scream. I watched her uncomfortably as it
Right.
happened because I was like, "Oh my God!" It's at the end. It's the snakes you light on
Yeah.
fire 4th of July. That it looked like it just kept
Oh,
going.
my
I was
God.
like, "Wow!" Like all this foam, everything. But it cleared all her stomach out.
Right.
Everything came
That's
out.
wild.
So if you ever have that with a dog,
Yeah, no, that's good to
if
know.
they eat something
That's good to know.
that you got to get out of them quickly, give them a spoonful of hydrogen peroxide.
Dude, a funny Rousey story. I don't think I've ever told y'all this, but I think this is years ago. You're on the radio and you told a story about maybe y'all are having problems with her chewing on stuff, and y'all found a family to take her, and then immediately you felt regret.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
At this time, I had a pit bull that was super difficult, and I was just weighing back and forth on can I find this guy somewhere to go?
Yeah.
And you came on the radio and told that story, and it worked out, right? They
It did work
They
out.
brought Rousey back and said, look, it's not going to work out for us. And you're like, thank God, because we wanted to come get our dog back.
Yeah.
And that stopped me from giving away my pit bull.
Really?
Then,
That's
which I
wild.
kept for
Oh,
like
that's
8
awesome.
more years, you know. So that was like my deciding factor. Listen to you.
You
talk.
know what? Let me tell you, I'll further that story a little bit because, you know, that was a tough day.
Yeah.
And I did immediately was just destroyed by it. So when they called, I was super excited,
Right,
even though I
ecstatic.
felt bad for them.
Right.
You know, because they were like, look, we've got 2 boxers. She just can't, she wants to fight them.
Right.
She tried to bite our daughter, and I'm like, really? Because she'd never tried to bite anything,
Right.
you know. So, but the part that I still remember, and I know we've talked about this so many times, is so we agreed to meet at this gas station, right? So we got there first, and we're sitting there, and we see him pull up, and she's in the back seat, and she just
Looks sickened. Like,
she's just giving us that stare.
Oh my God.
And then we got her in the car. She would not. Once she got in, she wouldn't make eye contact with us
that's
the
hilarious.
entire
oh,
ride
Tyler
home.
still brings it up to her all the time because I'm her favorite person,
Right.
obviously.
Yeah.
That's
but
hilarious.
And he'll if I'm like giving her love, Tyler will go, "Oh, you know, Mama's just gonna leave you again. Grandma's gonna come get you. Grandma's gonna." But hey, Seth Dees said, which by the way, long time no see. Hi, Seth.
What up, Seth?
up,
He
dude?
said his brother had a Saint Bernard that ate a towel. And
Oh,
it
wow.
cost him $8,000 to get it removed.
Oh my God.
Man, a towel. See, we just pulled that stuff right on out.
See,
Not barehanded, but you know,
Yeah, got the bobblehead going. Yep.
I'm furious. I want to know how that happened because I hate that. I hate when people smoke weed and blow it in their dog's
well, it
face.
wasn't on
right.
purpose.
Oh, he got
How
into
did I
it.
not know? Yeah,
He
I
ate
hate
it.
when people do that.
Yeah.
No, I didn't give it to him. He just found it and ate it. You don't remember that?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, you sure did.
Yeah, I've had that happen a couple of times.
No, but it wasn't because I was blowing smoke.
It was like, damn, dude, is this dog going to be all right? I mean,
Yeah.
any move you made around it, it'd freak
And everybody
out.
will tell you, they'll be like, "Oh, my dog loves it. My cat loves it." And it's like, I mean,
No,
until
they
their
don't.
dog can talk
Yeah,
and say,
right. Like,
"Yo,
quit."
I love this shit,"
Yeah.
then shut up.
Until
No.
your dog says, "Can we get a bag?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Good times. That was it.
Oh, okay. All right.
She's thinking about how you got their
Yeah, I'm
y'all's
still,
dog.
I'm still like,
I didn't do it.
But the damage has been done.
didn't
Now
do
there's
it.
no going back.
Damage
There's
is done.
All right. Okay. Well, let's. I brought this up. I think. I don't know if I did bring the story up or not, but I wanted to bring it up with you here, Laura, because I think it is interesting. This is on Reddit where this came from. Where all good things happen, right? It says my girlfriend just hit me with a fantasy she wants to try out. It's freaking me out a little. She's been seeing a lot of sex doll stories and videos. Now she wants me to get one. She's seriously suggesting we spend thousands on a hot-looking doll, and she wants to watch me go to town. Don't get me wrong. I want to make her happy, but is this really a thing? Or she just tests me to see if I'll go along with it? In addition to just being freaky, I don't see the financial sanity in spending that much money.
No, not at all.
Unless she sees it as a regular occurrence. Is there anyone else who's experienced anything close to this? I'm literally freaking out here.
Like, dude, my brother, like, you need to take this as an advantage. Your wife is trying to have a threesome so
Right,
bad. You are right there,
right.
dude.
Yeah,
Like, you're
you're
right
on
there.
the cusp.
And if
Yeah.
it's the real deal, like, when I say the real deal, I mean, like, you're spending thousands on it. I mean, we've all seen the $25, $30 blow up one. that they
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
spring
Nobody's
break
gonna do
going
that.
around. Like, that's not fun.
Right,
No,
right.
that's not even close to feeling
No,
right.
but I'm gonna have to go with Bundy on this one. You so close,
You're
man.
right there,
You're
bro.
right there.
You're right there. Just go out and have a couple of drinks and find you a girl.
Yeah, I'm surprised that a guy is asking about that. Like,
know,
if she was saying, "Hey, I wanted to bring like my boss in here,"
Yeah,
another
Yeah,
guy
right.
that might be, but I figured that's
Well, look, I mean,
Guy's
and
Yeah,
look,
right,
maybe
like,
you
come
can
on.
find a discount doll somewhere. I don't know. I mean, maybe there's a deal.
Yeah, it seems like that's
Can
his
I get a
main,
returned one that was broken, refurbished?
that's his
Yeah.
main hiccup is the cost. Like,
Yeah.
brother, you're not thinking
You
about this
know,
right,
you're
dude. Your head's in
clearly-
the wrong spot.
No, you're focused on the wrong part of this equation. You've got a chance.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
yeah.
You mean I got a yes? There's
Close
a
the
chance.
deal.
Yeah, that's right.
Make it happen.
Close the deal. That's hilarious, man. Yeah, but you have to. I think in those events you have to be, really. You have to be in a good place with whoever you're with if you're going to play games.
For sure.
you know,
I don't know. The whole
reindeer
doll
games.
thing just creeps me out, dude.
a
I'm
little
not
weird.
for the sex dolls.
Well,
Like, I don't know. It's just weird.
How hilarious would it be though if you came home and there was one, but oh, I got this sex doll, and just wait for it all night, have a few drinks, and you go back there and it's like some middle-aged dad bod,
Oh no.
hair all on his back,
No, what would be great
guy
is
named Randy.
yeah, that's
I'll
what
be
I was
like,
gonna say.
"This
It's
is
a dude
Randy."
doll. Yeah,
He
no.
was $125.
Yeah, you got a pot belly, a hairy chest.
I couldn't afford Chase or Blaze.
That's great.
This one has real cellulite though. Check it out.
Stole a mannequin from JCPenney and cut a hole in it.
Oh no, yeah.
You did?
No.
Oh, I was
No, I
like,
can. I
no,
don't.
that's weird.
If you live by yourself and you have a sex doll, then I would be a little bit more concerned because I could kind of get it if you're a couple and you wanted to safely try some things out, maybe.
Man.
But if you're by yourself and you're just hooking up with a doll, I don't know.
I think if they could make it where afterwards you could just snap your fingers and it would disappear. Like, I don't want to see it afterward,
Yeah.
There's just going to
The
be
shame,
this
the shame
flaccid,
after.
shameful doll in the corner of the room. Where do you keep it?
You're right.
You know what I mean? It's
Where
just,
do you
I
clean
don't,
it?
I don't want to see
Now,
it,
what about-
like after the fact?
All right. So what about this? What about if it was like the humanoid robots that X has? But it looked like it had the
Those will
body of the
babysit your
sex
kids.
doll.
It'll love you
Right,
and
that's what
watch
I'm
your
saying.
kids.
That's what I'm saying. Is it different then? Because they talk, they communicate, and I assume they have self-washing and will get up and leave.
Man, I don't know. I again, in the moment, I think I would say let's circumvent this and go to the Peppermint Hippo or
Yeah,
go somewhere.
we
You
find
know what I
somebody.
mean?
Let's
Yeah.
go find somebody who could really wreck our marriage. Someone who has a voice and an opinion instead of a doll.
Yeah, someone with a tramp stamp and no dad. Like,
Yeah.
That's it.
Hella
The tramp
regrets.
stamp and no dad.
Yes.
Lots of regrets. That's the recipe. Is that the formula?
Yeah, dude, I want a genuine shit show.
Yeah.
Not one I got to plug in.
I need real live daddy issues.
Yes.
Now let me ask you this: you ever known a dude who had a tramp stamp?
Man, I want to say yes. I can't say who it is, but I know I've been around a guy, and I don't know if it's so much a tramp stamp, but it's like, man, that tattoo's pretty low on the back there.
Yeah.
I can't even think of what it would be, but
We know a super religious person.
yeah,
Like,
Yes.
holds up protest signs.
with the tattoo.
Yeah, well,
With it.
we did the first time we saw it.
Yeah,
It was like,
It changed everything.
it was like, really?
he went to
changed
hold up the
everything.
sign, and the shirt came up, and
Well, it's a she. This one is
Oh,
a she, but she's one of those very strong, opinionated on her, religious stuff. And
right,
it's very
but
powerful.
not the
But right,
anti-tattoo.
Well, that's
verse.
why when we saw the tramp
They were
stamp, we were like, this
mistakes.
changed everything. We're like, hold on, player, you were a skeezer.
right.
You were a skeezer.
So you're saying if you have a tramp stamp, you are a certified skeezer.
At one
Is that what
point,
you're saying?
yes. Yes, at one point in your life, you either were a skeezer or had skeezer ambition.
Skeezer ambitions on
Yeah,
it.
either or. Otherwise, why would you get a tramp stamp? Who you can't see it. Only one person can see that. Who is it? The person behind you.
Yeah, I mean,
Otherwise, what is it for? You tell me. I just like decorating the back of things. The things nobody sees. Really.
like you said, you can't even see it.
Now,
you can't even enjoy
you
it.
could argue, well, back tattoos are the same thing, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
you can't
sure.
see those, and I guess that's true in a sense of the word.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Guys
have.
don't get, there's not a tattoo that represents a sexualized thing for a guy.
What do you mean?
Well, like girls had that,
Yeah.
they had the tramp
Oh,
stamp.
tramp
But I'm
stamp.
like,
Right. Yeah, there's not really. There's
no.
not.
No, I don't know of anything we have that
I tell you, I never trust a guy who has a tattoo around his belly button. I've met a couple of males that have a tattoo around their belly button.
Oh no, I wouldn't want to trust you either for that.
No, not at
That's
all.
odd. What was it?
I think the guy I'm thinking of, it was a sun. It was a sun.
Oh, a
around his
sun.
Oh,
belly.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like I couldn't.
Would you trust a guy with a tattoo around his BH?
I wouldn't trust anybody.
The question is,
man.
how would you see it?
Yeah, exactly,
You must
exactly.
trust him if you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just something
I
about
can't-
that threw me off. That was
No,
like,
that
man,
definitely
that's,
would throw you off.
Now you see guys with like a tattoo across their abdomen. That
Oh,
looks cool,
right.
but this was specifically around the belly.
Yeah,
And I don't know. He was just
For
kind
the
of.
tribal art son.
It was something like that, something weird, and I don't know. I don't think he could whistle. He was just like a weird guy in
Definitely
general.
He
screams
couldn't
diving.
whistle?
Yeah, he couldn't whistle, which
And that made you nervous.
it does. It
Hey,
does. I don't know why.
I can only whistle if I'm sucking in air, not blowing out.
That's interesting. But you can whistle. I always call people. Anytime somebody mentions that around me that they can't, I just stop talking to that person immediately. It's like, what do you mean you can't whistle?
Yeah,
Like,
whistle.
what are you talking
Now,
about?
I
dude?
do have a strong sense of jealousy because when I was a kid, and they did a lot too in Scouts, but you'd always know the kids who could do the
Oh, yeah.
the train whistle thing where they do this. with
Yeah,
it.
I could never
man,
do
I
that.
tried a million times.
I can do
never
like
do it.
the
I
double
can't
pinky.
do that either.
I can do that real loud,
Those-
but yeah. I can do that, but
I can't do
just,
that either.
I just feel like a bar of any whistle,
Yeah.
If you're a grown person that just can't get a pitch out of your lips, like I don't trust you. Yeah, I don't know. What do you? I don't
Things
know.
you don't
so
trust
funny.
about
Yeah,
people.
That is
I don't
so.
know.
That's
It's
such a random funny.
It
thing.
is
But
random.
yeah, and I didn't know I didn't trust people like that until like the second one I met, and then I was just like, "What are you talking about?"
I didn't even know I had
That's
trust
hilarious.
issues.
Exactly,
Man.
exactly.
Who cares if you have a doll at home, but if
Yeah.
you can't whistle,
If
we're
you
over.
use that as a base standard of judgment, though, I'm like almost 100% on that one. Every person I know that can't whistle, they're just not the person you want to be around anyway.
That is hilarious, man. That never crossed my mind to even think about that. That is, wow.
Yeah, I don't know why. It just, yeah.
Hey, Tiffany Holt said she's same with her whistling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
Just
said
in?
she can or can't.
Well, she
Yeah,
can,
I
but
don't
like
want to
Laura.
say it again because
Come
I'm
on.
just not.
Come on. How do you do it? You can only do it which way?
Suck it in.
Okay, all right, there it is.
Yeah, that's right. Say it again. Say it again for those people in the back. That's great, man. That's great.
Do you have any small things like that
I was
that
just
throw you off about people?
I was just thinking about if I did. You know what will throw me off about people is people who are not aware,
Yeah.
meaning loud people.
Oh, right.
If you're super loud all the time, and particularly if you're not only loud but you're possibly abrasive,
Yeah.
because those people are like, I am what I am, and you like, you don't. I'm like, yeah, but I don't. It makes me nervous. It
I
makes me
hate
anxious.
when people say that. Like, that's just how I am.
I hate that. I do
Okay.
too.
Well, you should change that about
Yeah, no
yourself.
room to grow. Not here.
Right.
Yeah, no, this is what I am. Well, then change it.
Yeah.
Everybody likes it, So that makes me super uncomfortable, and so I will avoid people who, and that probably to some seems ironic with me because of Angry Patrick, but
Right.
Angry Patrick shows up on Fridays. He doesn't show up at
Yeah.
Walmart.
know
He
something-
ain't
He
ranting
doesn't
at
show up
Walmart.
at Walmart.
Something else small like that, and this is kind of funny, but not that serious. But grown people who smoke cannabis, who have smoked cannabis for a long time,
Yeah.
but can't roll a joint or a cigar. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Like, so
that's
you just,
just,
I don't know.
Can't be
It's-
trusted.
Yeah, it can't be trusted. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't take care of yourself. That's
Yeah,
what you're telling
I mean,
me.
it's just a
What's
real.
up, Luke Shoemaker? Good
Oh,
morning.
you say hi?
Yeah.
He's in the comments.
All right,
Nice.
so,
I thought
hey,
he was
since y'all
walking
are
in for a second. I
On
was
the
like, oh
random
shit.
fun facts, let's play my reindeer games.
Okay.
What you got?
All right, the 5 seconds, the 5-second game. You got 5 seconds to name 3 things.
Oh, hold on. Let me get my head around this. Okay, so you're going to say something, and then you'll ask a question or whatever. We have 5 seconds to answer it, right?
And I'm gonna get my timer.
All right. So is
now.
this are you going to address us individually?
Yeah. Well,
So, I don't want to step over each other. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
I'll,
trying to do it
I'm
right.
gonna start with Bundy first.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see here. Get my little counter stopwatch. Oh wait. Oh, 5 seconds. 5 seconds on the clock.
All right, I'm ready to go.
All right. 3 celebrities you'd like to meet.
Oh man, Brett Favre. Dang, I don't.
Damn.
Just Brett?
That one.
That was the best
That's the
one.
only one you got was Brett Favre. Wow.
For sports and.
Yeah, that was that.
All right,
wasn't it?
Patrick. 3 celebrities you'd like to meet. Go.
I'll go with Sydney Sweeney, Kate Upton, and Tom Cruise.
Hey, you did better than me, dude. You did better than me.
I just
Get
threw
three
random.
names
I just
out.
spit.
He's like, I
names.
gotta go check. I gotta go check.
So,
All right.
Tom Cruise, I like that.
Yeah, the first 2 were not.
We'll let
people
you
I
go
wanna meet.
first this time so you don't have time to think on it.
Okay.
3 things you don't want to share with friends.
Razors, drinks, and underwear.
Okay.
I like
yeah.
it. I like it.
I'm just gonna count. Forget that.
Okay.
It's 5 seconds. I can pull this off.
Yeah, you got it.
All right. I'm gonna give you a different one.
Oh man, I was thinking.
Okay, no, fine. 3 things you don't want to share with friends.
Toothbrush. Socks.
You got 2 out.
Yeah, I'm getting
Condom.
We
Condom.
got 3 in 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not good under pressure, as you
No,
say.
wait, well, let's just take the 5 seconds out.
Okay.
But let's not take 5 minutes, Patrick.
Okay.
Okay.
He'll break it down to a
Yeah.
science. 3 embarrassing songs on your playlist.
All 3 of them are ones I made. Those are the ones.
I like that.
Those are the most embarrassing songs on my list, too.
Yeah, I figured so. Yeah,
Dude.
I gave you that prize, by the way.
I posted this on Facebook a couple weeks ago, but I started to think I was transgender because every time Pink Pony Club comes on, I turn into
What
the
is-
biggest female. You don't know Pink Pony Club by Chapel Roan?
No, I don't know
Oh,
Pink
dude.
Pony Club.
Well, when we leave today, go listen to it and tell me it's not a banger.
All right, so, hold on. Let me throw one out there so you don't feel so bad.
Okay,
I just
thank you.
told her a couple days ago because we were flashing channels and it was Kelly Clarkson on there, and and I said, I'm not a fan, except I said, but I do love that one song, Miss Independent. I will turn that son of a bitch all the way up, and that is not typically something a guy is going to turn up.
Right,
It just had a
right.
bump in it that I liked.
Dude, I can't believe you haven't heard the Pink Pony Club.
That's one, though. I need
yeah.
2 more.
Oh, you need.
She's like, this is why I had the
Oh,
phone second.
okay. Anything by Jewel and Alanis Morissette.
Okay, I dig
Agreed.
that. I dig
I
that.
told Patrick he was a full-on lesbian in his 20s.
I
When we
probably.
first met, and I was like looking at all his
I was a
music,
strong
I was
feminist.
like, "You sure you weren't
Yeah.
lesbian?"
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because
No, I was. I was a lesbian.
Man, I'll go with Pink Pony Club, WAP. I love WAP. That's
Yeah,
one of my favorite songs of all
That's a
time.
great one, man.
I mean, really, any of those female rapper songs. If I'm in the car by myself, I'm jamming.
Yeah, no,
some
I'm
of
with
those,
you on
yeah.
Cardi B especially.
they are
Yeah.
fun to sing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
All right.
I like a lot of Cardi. Yeah.
Besides boobs, what are 3 names for boobs?
Oh,
Just collectively come up with them.
Breasticles. Breasticles.
Yeah, breasticles is a great one. Knockers, tatas, Gonzaga, or not Gonzaga, Gazongas.
Going to
Gazonkas.
school.
Yeah, Mellors, Zeppelins.
Yeah.
3 things you shouldn't. You don't like when I make noises, do you?
Well, it just reverberates in in my ear.
3 things you shouldn't do in a strip club.
Oh, wear gym shorts.
Eat the chicken wings.
Throw change.
Lick the pole.
Lick the pole.
Don't lick the ball.
Never seen anybody throw change, but my
I like
good
to dare people.
yeah, my good buddy Tyree, you've met him before. There was one night he was just super drunk in the Hippo. It was Visions then, and he got down to his last few bucks and he started recycling them. He'd throw some money up there and she'd dance on the other side of the stage and he'd scoop his money, back and throw. Yeah,
Oh, he
I'm
was
calling
real
Tyree
drunk,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, no, he was hammered. But they kicked him out. They eventually caught him. But I've never seen anybody throw change. But that's the funniest thing I've seen.
Isn't Tyree the name of the guy in the
Chappelle skit?
Yes, it is Tyree and Lysol, right?
Classic.
I slept with Katie too.
Correction. Yeah, no, I miss Charlie Murphy every day.
Oh, man,
that's
R.I.P..
Man, that's a funny dude. Or was a funny dude. All right, keep going, boo. What else you got?
Name, let's see. Name 3 taboo things you would do for money.
If I had the looks, I'd be doing OnlyFans.
Yeah.
If I was a woman,
That's what I said. If I didn't have children, I'd do
Yeah,
it.
show feet, show my BH.
That's why,
Be a whore.
yesterday, I tell somebody, like, I'm comfortable with saying that because it's not a reality.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
it's not like I'm really on there. Look, I know as long as I have 2 boys,
Yeah.
there's no way I'm ever going to chance
Right.
them finding something or having
Right.
a friend come up to them
Yeah,
and be
exactly.
No,
like,
because
I found your mom.
It don't matter
man,
what
it's not
paywall you put it behind. It ain't gonna stay behind it. I'll
Yeah,
tell you that.
yeah.
Because it doesn't matter what celebrity you want. Go Google blank nude. They're there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, most of them are there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Brown has a winning prize.
Chris Brown looks like he grew up next to a nuclear facility.
Yeah.
There's some mutant penis on him. It looks like an armadillo or something. I don't know what it is.
messed with Chris Brown since he slapped around Rihanna, man.
That's like
Well,
20
you know
years
what?
ago.
Everybody needs
You know
forgiving.
she's friends with
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Yeah,
They
she
did a
is.
song together.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't forgive him.
Now I'm a sea
Yeah.
breezy guy.
Yeah.
But I understand
And
that.
I so hate domestic violence. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, I don't.
I just
no.
can't imagine any world
Where you
she
would
would
hit
do
Rihanna.
anything that would piss me
Oh
off.
no, there's nothing she
There's
could
nothing.
probably.
No,
do.
she was
No.
the crazy bee in the car going, I'm gonna wreck it!
I don't
Show me
care.
your phone!
It's Rihanna. I don't care.
Yeah, like I love
It
that
doesn't
toxic
matter.
shit. Bring that.
Yeah,
on
no,
over,
you
dude.
come on. We'll fight. Let's
Yeah,
fight.
Come
Let's
on.
go.
I think I'm the only one that came out of the whole Johnny Depp thing an Amber Heard fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you?
I love that crazy shit. Like, I'm shitting my bed, girl. Like, let's go. Let's
bed,
go, dude.
I'm learning a lot
Purged
about
a
you
plumpy
today.
on the bed, man.
Oh, my poor wife's at home.
That's
Like,
great.
I do
man.
not.
I
shit
like-
in
you
the
like
She's
a-
like, I'm not jetting in the bed. Don't ask me.
I like some drama. I like a little scrap. Yeah, I want a little fight in my life.
3 places you've peed in public.
Yeah, that's hard for
I
a
am
guy.
a master of peeing in
The
public.
yard,
Not
my
anymore.
front yard.
But in my 20s,
Yeah.
man, there probably ain't an alleyway in downtown
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I ain't hit up.
Right. Right.
But you were hooking then. So.
No, behind the dumpster at Waffle House.
Except it
Oh,
was.
hold on, but it was at the bottom of what is
You know where Lower Cantrell is, where the
Oh, yeah.
Waffle House is
Yep.
down there by where Planet Earth nightclub and all that used to be. Yeah, where the movie theater is.
behind. So if you go behind it, I start peeing and I look up because I see car lights.
Oh, shit.
All the cars coming down the road from.
Yeah, the people in Waffle House can't see you, but everybody coming down the hill.
Yeah, I was like, but once you start going, you gotta let it finish. So
Yeah.
I was like, you're welcome. You're welcome. Free show.
Oh, man.
No, the best one I ever saw in that regard for you was we used to sometimes look. We would travel all over Arkansas to go perform, and we'd go to small places, and so we were driving to some venue. I don't remember where, but it was very rural where we
we had
were.
the swordsmiths with
and
us.
she was trying to go to she needed to pee, and so we were looking for gas. We couldn't find one. She goes, "Look, you just got to stop."
Yeah,
so
let me out.
So we pull over and on a rural road, and there's a ditch there, and so she opens each door, so nobody can see her. It didn't do
Right.
her business. And right as soon as she finished, she fell backwards and rolled down the hill.
And no, it was a steep ditch. So I have this thing where I turn around and I'll hold on to the side, and,
Right,
maybe
right.
the baseboard, and probably had to pee because I was drinking a lot, so the balance wasn't
Right.
there.
A little off.
Man, I rolled all the way down that ditch.
That was
I
one
had
of the
like these
single
tights
greatest
on,
things
they
I've
were
ever
ripped.
seen.
That I was like, I'm about to have to go do a show, and I
Yeah.
yeah, it was embarrassing.
piss
It was
everywhere.
awful.
No. Didn't you one time, right before a show, rip your pants or something?
Yeah, I did.
And you
I
kind of
ripped-
hid behind
I
a
ripped-
podium the whole
I
time?
I ripped. Yeah, they were also another tights situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Stuff happens sometimes. to
No,
me.
it does.
Me and another fun piss story. Me and Jamie had been together about a month, and she got way too drunk where we were at. She doesn't drink anymore. She doesn't smoke anymore.
Don't
That's
drink any less either.
Yeah, another part of the story, smoking. But I was sober. I had a suspended license, but I said, I'll drive you home. And we weren't living together yet. Go pull out down
He
the
said, I
road.
have a suspended license.
Yep.
I'll drive you home.
I'll drive you home.
Yeah, I
well,
got
she was hammered. She couldn't drive, but pull out on the highway. She throws a cigarette out, and I see somebody pull behind us. I was like, I know that's a cop. Sure enough, it's a cop. He pulls us over, sees I got a suspended license. I'm like, look, my girlfriend's, drunk. I'm just trying to drive her home. So let me go run your name, make sure you ain't got any warrants, whatever. While I was running my name, Jamie's like, I gotta pee. I'm like, well, you gotta wait. We're
Right.
No, she
detained
don't.
right now.
No,
She
she
said,
don't.
no, like I'm about to. And I'm just so frustrated because I'm sober. I'm like, no, just wait. Give it 10 minutes. We'll be out of here. She's like, no, I'm about to piss now. So gave her a Gatorade bottle, and just me so frustrated and aggravated looking in the rear view at the blue lights and the deafening sound of piss hitting the bottom of a Gatorade
That's
bottle. I was
great.
just so annoyed in that moment. But yeah.
Oh, Patrick is easily annoyed at my drinking shenanigans.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Well, it depends on what the shenanigan is.
Well, no, I mean, he's just talking about being sober and,
Oh.
Yeah.
hearing that, being aggravated.
Yeah.
Well, it's always tougher if you're not drinking
That's
when
why
someone
I
else is
typically do
drinking.
things behind his back.
Yeah, no, that's,
Makes
Make
a
it
lot
easy.
easier.
yeah, it makes much more sense here. Let's do this super fast because I
What you got?
need to get a couple things in. Number one, if you are looking for somewhere to go to kick it, have a good time, if you like pinball, if you like cornhole, if you like pool tables, if you like karaoke, if you like barbecue, then head to the Drunken Monkey. It's 7619 John Hardin Drive, right there at the Cabot-Jacksonville line. Man, they have got it going on. It is a great place to go. It's a lot of fun. And I don't know how many pinball machines they have now, but those are a lot of fun. They really are fun. And their karaoke parties they do Friday and Saturday are pretty epic.
And they have a fun stage, and that might be stupid to some people, but
They do have.
man, I'm a whore for a stage.
Yeah.
Like, the better the stage.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I like ones that are tall off the ground. I loved Juanita's.
Yeah, how elevated it is.
Yeah, and theirs is too. They have a really good stage.
Yeah, they have a great stage for that. One more here. If you think your carpet's done for, maybe you got tough stains, try A to Z Carpet Pros. They're local. They get great results. Now listen to this. You can get 2 areas in your house done, 2 rooms for $79, 3 for $99, or 4 for $119. They also do tile floors. So if you want to make your grout white again, because sometimes your tile just doesn't look as good because the grout.
Right.
You can get that done. They do free estimates. It's A2Z carpetpros.com.
Nice.
Or call them 765-5612. It's 765-5612. All right, go ahead, babe.
I was just thinking still about pee.
Were you?
Yeah,
Let's go. What
because
you
I was
got?
thinking carpet cleaning. Like, hey,
Oh, yeah.
Good segue.
Somebody, dogs use them, whatever. And then it made me think too, why is it that some guys, when they drink, just pee? You've heard stories about, like, in the house.
Oh, right.
Like, he just stood up and, Patrick, don't act like you've never heard that.
Oh, where somebody just
Like,
randomly
somebody
pees?
it's like
Oh,
he
no.
just stood up over
I've-
there and started peeing, and I'm like,
Yeah, drunk.
girls
Seen it
don't-
100
I've never
times.
seen a girl
Yeah.
just wake up and be like, she's squatting in the corner.
Yeah.
No, but I've seen one roll down a hill.
Yeah, but that's, but the whole
She was
like,
outside.
in a looking like you're sleepwalking thing.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I've lived in a house
Or
full of
piss in bed
guys.
even.
Or did you see the comment about
I've never peed. Well,
the mic?
I'm sure I peed in my bed when I was a little
Did
kid.
you see the mic
But I
comment?
mean, as an adult, and again, liver disease. Like,
Right.
but I've never. There's so many people that will pee in their bed.
Yeah. I was horrible. I used to be a real heavy drinker, like 20 to 24 probably. And that was me, dude. I pissed in so
were a-
many
you were a
beds,
bed
dude.
pisser.
Yes, for sure.
Oh,
For
no.
sure.
See, I slept in so many beds.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
Can you get on the mic? People are struggling to hear you, apparently.
That's the first time I've ever told that.
Well, no,
Write
I'm
it
saying
down.
they're struggling. Some of them are. I'm seeing some comments out there.
You didn't want me to move it.
All right, so let's go with this then. Hold on one second. Okay. Where did it go? Okay, I know what it was. So tell me, what do you think of all the shows you've seen is the best TV show finale of all? Of all the shows you've watched, what finale were you happy with the end of?
Breaking Bad, it wasn't nothing spectacular, but I was content with the ending,
Okay.
which I rarely am at
Now,
the season finale of stuff.
We watched that. It was awesome. I have not watched the movie that came out afterwards.
I did.
Is it good?
I watched it right when it came out, so it's hard to remember. But yeah, I remember it,
was
not
all
being
right.
disappointing. Yeah, it was
Okay.
cool.
Okay. All right.
Enough.
Huh?
Enough with Jennifer Lopez.
That's a movie.
Oh, what did you say?
Series.
Oh, series?
A series finale.
Oh, I was gonna
But
say.
that is a great ending to a movie. isn't it?
Yeah.
TV. I don't know.
Well,
I don't.
I mean, you've watched plenty of TV shows with me. I know
But
we've
a lot
watched
of them
many
are
series.
reality shows. So it's
Oh
just,
right.
Oz isn't.
Oh, Oz is a good one.
yeah, that
Sopranos wasn't.
horrible ending.
Yeah.
Oz had a horrible ending.
You didn't like the cutaway, just the black screen at the end.
Yeah, that was pissing me off
Yeah.
so bad.
You wanted closure on it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then with Oz, I just felt like, they burnt down their unit, their prison unit, and they all got on buses to be shipped somewhere else.
yeah.
And I was like,
I'll tell you, like, I just don't like when a finale is like, the quality of writing stops. Like, the contract's up and everybody's out, so they kind of just wrap it up in some bullshit storyline. I like it as long as it's an organic story, although where you're not pandering to what the audience wants.
I think I would argue that very few finales are liked because people don't like it when their show's end.
Yeah.
And so there's not a successful ending because you didn't want it to end.
Mm-hmm.
You were invested in it, And so I've never met anyone who said, you know what finale I love
Yeah.
is this.
Right.
I absolutely love the way it is.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I mean with Breaking Bad. Like, it wasn't.
It was fine. It was a
I
good
fine.
forget how that ended.
Pinkman escaped his cell, and Walter died there in the snow. Like,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah, that
the
was
zoom
it.
out
Yeah.
at the end, yeah.
Yeah.
Christopher.
Sopranos is one of the, to me, it may be the best show.
No, that's probably my favorite series of all time.
I can
time,
watch it
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
some people will do the Shawshank whenever it's on TV.
Sopranos.
Man, I can
Yeah.
watch The Sopranos. It didn't matter.
It's really.
I-
What's
had
up,
never
Kevin
watched
Reed
it.
Miller?
I'd
Little
never
late
watched it.
today, sir.
All the way
Bird?
through until this past year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'd always seen bits and
You've seen
clips
bits.
of it. I think this last year was like a 25th anniversary or something.
It was such
of
a brilliant concept. Here you have to me, my favorite movies and TV shows or anything like that, if you can make me like someone who's villainous.
Yeah, who's a bad guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And that was the beautiful thing about this is you knew he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
You know that he gets people
you love
killed,
it. Yeah.
but you still root for him.
Right.
You don't want him to get busted, which is so odd.
Right.
But it's such a great bit of writing when you can do that. I think the same with some of Breaking Bad. Sometimes you were like, no, he's kind of a
You
piece of
struggle
shit.
with
Right.
that because when we watched both those shows, you mentioned several times about how bad of people they were and that we like them. So, again, fairy tales.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah!
Well, you have a little more criminal element in you.
No, I don't. I just like to watch
Listen,
criminal
if
elements.
I
Right.
listen,
I like true crime, but I'm not murdering nobody.
we met with me bailing you out of jail.
No, that is not true. Shut up.
Oh, I got to hear
That's a
that.
He is
joke.
lying.
That's
I
a
was
joke.
about to say, I
You
got to
can
hear
look up
that.
That's
my
not
criminal
true.
record.
That
I
is
don't have-
absolutely not true. No.
No, you did not meet me at jail.
Y'all met doing comedy, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
we met doing comedy, working together in comedy. Sure did, and it was a fun run. What did it take? We probably knew each other a year before we dated.
Oh, really?
I would think. Yeah. We were literally just friends, and that's
Yeah.
it.
Coworker, colleagues.
Yeah, we
I
talked.
just
a lot.
was like, we don't have anything in common.
That wasn't
I was like,
true.
But at that time, it was true.
Well, that's what you
right.
thought was true, but
Well,
it wasn't.
no. Well, never mind.
No, go ahead.
No.
I'll be glad to hear it.
Oh,
Let's not.
it wasn't jail. That's all.
No,
It
it
was
definitely,
not
it wasn't
jail.
definitely wasn't.
No, but
jail.
he wore the T-shirts, okay? Like T-shirts had cartoons on them, like graphic tee all the time.
Come on.
Yeah, we're a
all
lot
the
of
time.
rock and roll
He was
t-shirts.
trying to hold on to the hair. It had combed over.
I did.
And then I was like, he was a rock and roller.
Well,
And
but I
was
like
just
other
like,
music,
you
too.
know, when you see somebody doing this, I'm just like,
Well, that was my character. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You
I
were
was like, no, he's cool, and that's why we were friends. I was like, we just don't have anything in common.
right.
Then she found out we had a lot in common.
Yeah.
Then you forced
surprising.
yourself on.
That's right. That's how it played out. No, you know what I did? I did pull the old. I pulled one of the oldest tricks in the world. I left my shirt at her house.
Oh, bingo.
Yeah, got to come back and get that
Yeah,
shirt. That's a good shirt.
yeah.
Okay, I need
I
that
did.
shirt.
It's got
back.
cartoons
I
on
knew
it. I
as
need
soon as
that.
I saw it, I was like,
I know who that
I was
is.
like, dumb, played out.
Is it 14 years
Yeah,
later?
right, it
Is
worked
it?
out.
I think
It
that
worked out.
investment paid off just fine. So
Do you remember the specific shirt?
It was a white shirt. It was, but we had
Yeah,
a
I
show
sure
the night
do
before,
remember
so
that
it
shirt.
was not a t-shirt.
No, it was a white button-up, bedazzled on the back.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, like back in that
That's
day
probably
when
what got me was that.
that was the big thing.
She
Yeah,
said, "Oh shit, maybe
yeah,
we
the
do have
shiny
something in
shit.
common."
Yeah,
Oh, and another thing, he'd been married and kids, and like that was on my.
No, everything on her, I will not
He
list.
was. He was.
You checked off.
Yeah, besides criminal.
Yeah.
Which she thinks somehow that's saying something bad, but to me, I see that as every time I hear that, I'm like, I spit good game.
Hell yeah.
I spit good
That shows
game.
you. That
I
shows
spit
you.
good game right there,
You don't agree, Laura?
I mean, yeah, if that's what makes you feel good.
Oh man. Do you remember a specific pickup line he used on you?
No, I never
No.
seen pick up.
No.
line.
No.
No, that wasn't my style. No. Why are you so quiet? Hey, we had a lot of fun when we were going out and doing all that. That was
I
a good
know.
time.
How long were you guys together before you got married?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, we've
Couple
known
years.
each other a year before we started
Yeah.
dating, and I think maybe 2 years.
Yeah.
We probably.
Just good times. What else is up? Well, let's talk about something.
That's
good
great.
shit.
No, that is great. All right, we will do that. Let me mention this. Here, let me do this real quick. This will be helpful. Hold on. Yeah, let's.
Have you been injured? You need an attorney with a passion for people and an obsession with justice. That attorney is Tim Reed in Little Rock. Look, they've won $1.3 million in wrongful death, almost $1 million in medical malpractice and in insurance dispute. These guys know what they're doing, but more importantly, he's not a figurehead of some kind. He's not just some person on a poster with a picture of a rig or a smile or his dog with him. This is a real guy you can text with, you can talk to, and who will take good care of you. He'll work with you personally to get what you deserve. Check out reedfirm.com, reedfirm.com, or give him a call, 777-7333. You know what, as a real estate agent, I've seen lots of homes get caught up in probate. That's when somebody dies and they don't have a will. And the next thing you know, siblings are arguing over houses, possessions, cars, things like that. That is a nightmare you don't want any part of. You're going to need some help. You need someone with experience. You need Riggin Law. Okay, RigginLaw.com. Kristen Riggin there and her team are amazing at guiding you through this process. Look, you want to get what's coming to you, but you don't want to have to fight with everybody to get it. Just get Kristen to do the work for you. Go to RigginLaw.com. When you have questions, you have concerns about an inheritance, about anything like that, RigginLaw.com is the solution. Check them out.
All right, we are back. Yeah. So, what do you got going on today, Bundy? What do you got happening?
Man, I think this weather's going to mess me up. I had a job planned, and I've already called it this morning, so it looks like I'm going to be trying to do some tax paperwork. Got to get taxes turned in.
Some administrative stuff.
Yeah, yep. I'm going to be heading back up to Petty Jean Mountain at the end of the week to finish an electrical job. And got a few bids putting in this week, staying busy.
Okay,
Yep,
okay. Now, if people did need help with electrical work, how do they get a hold of it?
Man, you can hit me up, Bundy Electric, on Facebook, or just reach out to me personally, 501-358-2762.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, listen, if you guys need any help at all with real estate in any possible way, I'd be glad to help you guys out with that, help you buy a house, sell a house, whatever it may be. You can reach out to me online or in person, 575-5485. As always, I want to thank Laura for being here. Want to thank
hell yeah,
Bundy for
Laura.
being here. Yeah, no, it's already it's so
we get to hang
spicy.
out every Tuesday.
Yeah,
now.
dude, I'm
Yeah,
excited
no,
about it.
it is. It's a lot of fun. I'm
Yeah.
super stoked about it. I think everybody is. I saw a lot of positive feedback yesterday, so I'm
Oh, yeah, dude, it was a good show yesterday.
Yeah,
good
yeah,
show.
good
Looked like
time.
y'all had fun.
We did, and we had fun today too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
listen, if you need anything at all, please reach out to myself on any real estate need. Would love to help you out. But mainly, just want to say thank you guys, as always, for being the greatest audience on
Yes,
the
sir.
planet. You guys are, in every way, what makes this show work. So. Keep spreading the word. Keep sharing the news. We really appreciate you, and we will see you
See
tomorrow.
you guys later.
See you tomorrow.
Late.